Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Fucking day is this? This is Wednesday, right? It's man, I can't remember. Ah, shit. Can y'all hear me? My microphone's acting up. How is my microphone? This is why you test things beforehand, which I did.
All right.
Cool. Okay. It's just my microphone and ass. How you doing, man?
Hey, hold on a second.
Yeah, do you think?
I didn't realize you were live, mate.
No, sorry. I'd thrown out the invitation as I was starting, so.
Yeah, I thought that we'd have a second just to kind of chat so I could get my shit in one sock. Sorry. There you go.
No, it's all right. Take time to put your shit in one sock right now.
Lighting's not good, so the camera's going to come through awful. I'll just turn the camera off. There we are.
Yeah, everybody. Okay. My voice is screwy. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, your voice is screwy. You sound like you've just slowed down a little bit. Yo, ranting monkey.
Okay, is it better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're. Well, we heard you before, but your voice wasn't coming through right. Yes.
God damn it, man! I have to. I don't know why.
I don't has a wrench.
Remember, guys. Least professional monkey on the internet. I just want to throw that out there so nobody's confused about what you're watching right now. How you doing, Bear?
I'm okay, thank you very much, mate. How are you?
Oh man, I'm rested. I got off Lords of the Night last night. I was so goddamn tired, dude, and I never got my nap after Bloodwing stream.
Yeah.
So I was tired.
Yeah, you didn't sound particularly healthy at the end of the stream.
Whew, pain and everything too, but man,
Yeah.
I was tired. So yeah, I went in, I laid down. I didn't even turn on the fucking TV. I just gone. And I woke up about an hour and a half ago.
Oh, you see, you had a good sleep then.
Yeah, about 5 hours uninterrupted for me. That's awesome. I'll take it. I ain't gonna bitch about that because I know the how bad it could be. How you doing, man? Are you having a good day? You've been up for a little while.
Well, I've woke up. Well, the first thing I do when I wake up is I have my medication, and then I get up and I go to the loo, go onto my phone, check Twitter, and lo and behold, Shoeonhead had followed me, irate Alex, on Twitter, and had retweeted my video and left a comment on the video.
I saw that. That was awesome. And she even put on the sorry, at least professional monkey. Guys, you're fine. I'm trying to move things around. I'm trying to get you your wrench, Bear.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. It's fine.
There we go. There. Anyhow, not only did she retweet you, she said this is a good ass video.
Yeah.
In caps, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah. I'm very surprised by that.
Which is cool, though. I mean, because it was a good video.
Oh, thank you.
It made me want to punch my screen, but not because of anything you did.
Oh, mate, you have no idea how much I wanted to kill somebody when I was making that video. I spent about 7 hours making it yesterday. And as you can imagine, if you spend, any amount of time watching Amos's video or sifting through the sources and stuff, you want to kill somebody. Yeah. It's a good thing I actually spent an hour beforehand psyching myself up, listening to like metal songs and stuff, just full blast in my headphones. I just sat there, just getting myself to the point where I was like, right, I'm fucking ready. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Because sometimes you have to psych yourself up for these kind of things,
I've been there. I've had to do that just with things I know we're going to talk about on here. For instance, getting demonetized, which your video wasn't, oddly.
Yeah, I just turned it off. I turned off monetization because I was just like, you know what? There's no chance this is getting monetized. I've covered this kind of thing before on Irate Bear. You may remember when I pointed out like the Heart's Progress and a bunch of other pedos in a single video. That video actually has a black symbol on it.
Yeah.
Not a yellow symbol, a black symbol. It's like no ads at all on it. So I was like, the same thing's probably going to happen here. The concept and the idea of the video is important, so I just turn it off. I mean, I use the words pedophile, sexual abuse, all those kind of things in the description. And not just that, but the links themselves had those kind of words in them as well that I the sources and whatnot. So I was just like, not even going to bother. And fucking YouTube put 10 ads on it.
Not only an ad, 10 fucking ads, man.
Yeah.
So the secret to getting monetized is to throw pedophile in the tags and turn off monetization. And then YouTube's like, hell yeah, they get a boner over that, apparently. Oh, was that a bad joke?
Well, probably in this particular context, mate. But yeah, that money's not going to me, is it?
No, and that's the dirty part. And Becca, thanks for pointing it out. I know she seemed to feel a little attacked. Nobody was attacking you when they were pointing out, like, look, I turned off ads. It currently has 2 now. Jesus Christ, man. Even Becca's still getting ads.
I'll let you read that super chat, then I'll kind of respond to Becca.
Thank you, Terry Diamanis, who says, isn't racist of YouTube to use a black symbol for videos too lazy to make any money? Oh, well, no, because it's they're not allowed to make money, so that's more in line with reality.
Yeah. And Becca, when you tweeted at me, I was immediately under the impression that you were having a go at me for putting that amount of advertisements in the video and for monetizing a video about that particular topic. My apologies if I came across a little bit harsh to you. I don't think I swore at you or anything like that. I didn't mean to come across as a bit mean to you. I don't think I said anything too bad to you anyway.
I'm sorry. Snub's telling me I missed a super chat. Oh, I did before the stream even started. Thank you, Snubbert. Monkey, if you want some fucketry, look at the Vancouver Women's Shelter on Twitter. If I remember when we get to there, I absolutely will. But thank you for that, sir. I'm sorry I missed that. But no, Becca, actually, thank you for pointing it out, because this is one of those things.
Yes. Yeah, very much. Thank you very much. I have tweeted at Team YouTube.
This is one of those things. YouTube, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? We're gonna get to Wojcicki's hard R's here in a fucking minute.
We had fun with that last night, didn't we?
That cunt. But we can't get ads on videos that are fine, that are fucking fine.
Mm-hmm. It happens on iRate Alex a lot, you know. And you wouldn't think that, would you? Because, you know, like, I don't cover politics over there. You know, sometimes I do cover the social aspect of commentary. But, you know, you think I wouldn't have much of an issue over there, you know? But I do. A lot of my videos I upload get hit by that bot, and I have to fucking request a review and wait for the bloody thing to be reviewed. But if you turn off ads, YouTube will stick 10 of them in there for you. Yeah. You fucking dicks. Asshole. Oh, by the way, there goes all my ads. I called Susan a cunt and just called them dicks. Well, you might as well fucking go for it now, mate. Well, I never pause on this show for that stuff except to laugh when I realize, yep, that was it. That was the straw right there. That camel's fucked. Well, to be fair, I think you'd probably end up demonetized on the title, wouldn't you? Monkey in the morning. You know how social media be. Yeah. They're making that assumption that you're calling somebody a monkey. It's kind of racist, actually. It's very racist. Very racist that they're making that assumption. Twitter does it. YouTube does it. You know, it's I think that's actually genuinely disgusting. But you know, that little Korean channel that uses Ranting Monkey in all their titles, they get monetized. Of course they fucking do. Apparently I need to be Korean to call myself a monkey. That seems Korean female, mate. Well, let's talk about your video. I'm doing K-pop videos, Monkey. I'd watch it. I don't know if I can sing like that. I don't know. Just mess with your voice in Audacity, mate. Just maybe. Yeah, that'd be sexy too. Give myself a little skirt. Yeah, man. Let's talk about your video before if you did that. Sorry, man. I keep interrupting you. Please go on. No, I just want to get to your video. I don't want to talk about your video, Long Bear. It was a very good video, but that subject does piss me off. Oh yeah. So I don't want to talk about it too much. I can't believe Amos fucking Yee is still even out there. I can't believe this motherfucker is still out there. Yeah, he's. I think he's somebody who's been flagged off the platform a lot, but he has a channel. It's called Kino. Real quick, hi Jack. Oh, hello Jack.
Hey fellas,
how's it going?
Oh, not bad. Talking about the pedo lover.
Yeah,
we are. Well, the pedo. actually, because I don't believe anybody is that what's the word I'm looking for? Defensive of pedophiles without being one.
I don't know about that, by the way.
This is a dude who, in his newest video, at least he's actually came out and said he's against baby fucking. Where before he suggested that if a baby gets a boner, that's it giving you permission. I'm not making that up, guys. He actually fucking said that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't talk about Amos too long. Not because I'm worried about demonetization or anything like that. I'm gonna punch my computer and the show will end. I hate this fucking guy. This is one of those times that, you know, you guys have heard me say so many times that voices should be heard. I always throw in there, unless it's criminal behavior.
Yeah.
And this dirty fuck is out there pushing criminal behavior. You know, there's always, anytime this map shit comes up, there's always some asshole. And I actually saw this with Ice Poseidon because there's some shit going on with him today. Where defenders come out and go, the age of consent is 13 in Japan. This motherfucker's talking as young as 4.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you did a really good video, Bear.
Bear's video's great. Guys, watch Irate Alex's video. Sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to cut in there.
I'm going to keep calling him Bear. I'm sorry.
Me too, but I want to make sure they know where to go for it. But you were saying, great video.
Yeah, it was a great video. You handled it a lot more maturely than I would have, because mine would have just been screaming.
Oh, believe me, Jack, there's a lot I cut out of it.
Oh, I can only imagine. Your neighbors were probably a little worried.
Yeah, my poor radiator, man. I mean, it always gets it when I'm mad. Like, it gets launched across the office. It gets beaten with a plank of wood. You know, I'm fairly sure I elbow dropped it at one point. Yesterday was very much a haze.
Yeah, I imagine. No, I thought you did a really good job. And I don't know why YouTube doesn't do something about these maps, but they have the free time to go after people whose politics they disagree with.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, to give YouTube some kind of credit, because I can't speak for the other maps, but Kino, you know, Amos Yee, he's been yeeted so many fucking times, dude. Like his little channel Kino only has 2 videos on it, you know, and the video has bugger all views on it. So, and I can't imagine that'll last very long.
Real quick, Mr. Misanthropic in chat says, Monkey, I went down the map rabbit hole. I've seen ages as low as 3. I believe he mentions 3 in there at one point too. But Bear did a very good job going through, because Amos loves to use studies to prove his shit. And if you ever go looking at his study, I've done it before, back when he did his debates he was doing all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
If you go look at his studies, they are, if I'm being generous, absolute shit. They're not scientific reviews. They are maps trying to defend their behaviors. What that shit is.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're cherry picking very, very small sections of some of these studies. And you have another super chat there before I carry on.
Thank you, Terry Diamandis. I have a solution. All pedos must say "I love Trump" during their videos. Guaranteed demonetization. Yeah. Sorry, that was the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, I want him demonetized. I want his little ass ship back to Singapore and let them deal with him.
Yeah. The sources that Amos Yee used, there were 3 of them. The first one was a fairly old study where they had been asking females who had sexual, and obviously boys as well, who had sexual relationships with underage boys. That was the primary focus of that video.
What we call school teachers over here.
Yes. So basically what they did is they asked a bunch of female prisoners about like how they felt about what they did. And they asked a bunch of boys who later went on to become criminals or just kind of get on with normal life. And they could only pretty much give 3 answers to some of these questions, you know, like good, bad, or mixed, you know, and that is not a decent study. The sample size was fewer than 1,000 people. It was hardly representative of anything, and it didn't prove anything that he was actually saying in the video, as it was only aimed at a specific demographic. And of course, it also wasn't aimed at prepubescent boys either,
No.
The men that were involved in the study had been abused, but they were raped. Obviously, that's what it is, because that's exactly what it is. It's fucking rape, folks. It does. If a female fucking teacher has sex with a 12-year-old boy, that 12-year-old boy may have been awesome, big titties, but it's still fucking statutory rape. That is a different ball game, a completely different ball game, compared to prepubescent, toddlers, children, children under the age of 11. There's a completely different ball game altogether. So I didn't prove anything that he had to say. The second study he provided was a genuine study, and he didn't read it. He must not, he could not have read it, because it debunked everything that he said. His own source debunked all of his shit. And it was a study based. It was a study that was aimed at Latino, gay, and bisexual men who had suffered abuse when they were younger. And it was. I don't get what he was coming from with this. Is like the study basically said that this abuse had effectively resulted in a large portion of the sample that they used, which again was fewer than 1,000. It had resulted in these guys growing up and being fast and loose with sex, so putting themselves at much higher risk of HIV, and many of them had become alcohol and drug addicts.
But Bear, he thinks MAP is a cute little name for that. That part is the part where I really wanted to punch him.
That's some propaganda bullshit right there.
We should be called MAPs because nobody wants to support pedophiles. Yeah, dumbass.
Yeah, MAPS is just an attempt to destigmatize it, and guess what, dickhead? It ain't gonna fucking work.
Ain't gonna work because fuck you. And there's been people in the chat saying, people just ignore Amos Yee, he'd go away. No, he won't. No, he won't. He's been ignored now for a little while, and he's just picking up steam again. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to take out the trash.
Yeah, so Samuel Region there says sample size discrepancy is a huge problem, to be honest, mate. I think the minimum qualifier for sociological studies is like 32. See, double the standard deviation. Yeah, either way, the thing is, let's throw out my sample size argument. If you actually go read his actual studies, the second one is in particular, the people who carried it out weren't actually happy with their study. Anyway, they had far too many deviating factors involved with it anyway. And the third source, Monkey, oh boy, the third source is from an organization called Before You Act. And I'm just going to type that in the chat. Before You Act. There you go. beforeyouact.org is the website. And what that website is it's an organization that is allegedly made up of quote unquote mental health advocates and MAPS people who are trying to destigmatize the idea in society. Now, the website does mention about,
it doesn't need destigmatized. Sorry, go ahead.
I agree. I completely agree with you.
You said that even.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. It needs to remain stigmatized, in my personal opinion. How else are we going to force these fuckers to go get the help they need? Now, the organization says that it does offer help, but they are, I don't know who's funding them, but they themselves have been funding, one particular meeting that they held in Baltimore a little while back. And I'll let you read that before we carry on.
Terry Diamandis, thank you so much. How many pedos were disappointed when they found out Google Maps isn't what they thought?
Oh, God. And the organization actually held a seminar or something like that in Baltimore a while back. And it was in the news. You can Google this shit right now if you want to. Before You Act holds, meeting in Baltimore or whatever. And the people that went, including police officers and stuff like that, said they were horrified.
I'm sure.
Absolutely disgusted and horrified by some of the things that were said there.
Some of the earliest child, I'm using air quotes here, studies about pedophilia have always been garbage. I mean, you go back to, was it Kinsley or Masters and Johnson that was actually, they were interviewing pedophiles to see if the children liked it.
Oh my God. It doesn't matter if the kid says they fucking like it.
It doesn't matter if the pedo says the kid liked it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and that. And
But
that.
that's where some of the earliest of this shit comes from. And yeah, I'm tired of the map movement, and it needs to be shot down. And I know people get tired of this subject because it's not fun. It's not easy.
No, it's
But,
not.
these little shitbags like Amos need to go the fuck away. They need, every time they pop up, they need just smacked right on the fucking head.
Yep.
And that's what Bear did in his video, guys. I've been throwing the link in there. I'm going to do it one more time. Make sure you go check out the video. It's a very good video.
Yeah, please do, people.
And this is part one, right? You have a second part?
Yeah, there is going to be at least a second part, yeah. Because I got to the point, once I got past all the debunk, once I smashed him and debunked the fuck out of him, over and over and over again, there was at least, I don't know, 10 clips I still had chopped up ready to respond to where he says shit that just blows my mind. And I'm going to respond to that. And the thing is, it's not just that. Somebody reached out to me yesterday and sent me a video of Amos Yee having a conversation with somebody on a social media website, a private DM. And that's also something that I need to address as well with Amos Yee.
I'm interested to see where that goes. I like I said, I fucking hate this subject. It enrages me. Especially after I had kids. I mean, before it is like, what the fuck is you? But after I've held my own child, man, anybody ever hurts this child, I will fucking destroy them. You hurt them in any manner, I will destroy you. And I don't see how we had that bitch do the TEDx talk that eventually got taken down and then for some reason popped back up about a year later, where she got up there and told us the horrors of the poor maps. I'm like, fuck them. Look, I understand, maybe that's hard to deal with. Go get therapy. I don't want to hear about it. Go get therapy. That's the only person they should be able to talk about it. No, therapy. That's the only place you need to be talking about this shit.
Yep. Completely agree. There's a form of treatment which they've been trying with pedophiles for decades.
Electroshock?
Not electroshock therapy,
Damn.
although I wouldn't be adverse to it.
In an electric chair, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. There's a form of treatment they've been trying to use on pedophiles for decades, and it sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And they try to associate masturbation with basically things that bore people, so they basically try to get them to, like, I don't know, fap or something in the middle of doing housework or something like that. They try to disassociate it if they can, is what I'm trying to say. Quick. I don't know the ins and outs of it, folks.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Mr. Misanthropic. Are you or Alex familiar with verpeds? Virtuous pedophiles, as they call themselves. I found a sickening amount of information about them. Not surprisingly, a lot of their testimonials were from actual child convicted molesters. Yeah, I have heard of them before, and it's We're gonna have to move on, Alex, or I'm gonna punch the screen.
It's perfectly fine, mate. I understand. Believe me, it's not easy for me either.
No, I get it. I really do. Because it does need talked about.
There is one thing I'd like to add, though, Monkey, and sure. It's nothing to do with Amos. It was when I was doing my research and I was sifting through the NSPCC's website. And if you don't know what the NSPCC, they're the biggest child protection kind of like charity in the UK. And they have a bunch of like definitions and stuff of what it means to be abused and sexually abused as a kid. And I don't know if I agree. I'd have to do the research on it. They have a bit where they have two sections. They said there's two forms of sexual abuse. There's the physical, and then there's like an online aspect to it, or like a less kind of like physical aspect when you're shown something like that, what would be the word? So a subliminal aspect to it as well. And the second section said, if you were kind of like exposed to pornography on purpose as a kid, and I was like, so according to this, I was sexually abused as a child.
Well, it depends. There's a normal sexual path we take. It's not a problem if a 14-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl start diddling each other.
Well, that has to be expected. The moment I became sexually active, I was like, I want to fuck.
And there's a difference if one of your friends finds a porn magazine and brings it to you, or finds a dirty website and there's a whole different thing if a grown-ass man shows you that shit.
Yeah.
If you're 13 and a grown-ass man says, come here, Tommy. Come here, look at this. That's not the same as your 13-year-old friend go, dude, check this shit out.
I don't want to go into it as it's quite a personal thing, but it is the latter for me, Monkey.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't, and I'm also not going to sit here and suggest that I was sexually abused because I don't think that I was, but I was exposed to a lot of it before I became sexually active by someone in my life at the time. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that is anything comparable to being fucking fucked by your uncle.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not going to compare it to that at all. I don't think that it's sexual abuse in my opinion. But according to the SPCC website, I would fall into that category.
Well, let's move on to a different kind of sexual abuse. We all got raped yesterday. If you're a YouTuber,
a lot of that going on lately.
Old Susan came out with a new creator blog, y'all. New creator blog.
Oh, that was a lot of fun to read.
Oh my god, this bitch, Jack.
Yes.
Susan's really all about the openness, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
She's all about that allowing content that can be uncomfortable and disagreeable to her on the platform as well. She's all about raising it up and respecting people. And making sure that only the quality.
Only the quality. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not fucking bitch. As I do every quarter, I'd like to pause and reflect on my priorities and how I can help you be successful on YouTube. She should have put here demonetized so we can monetize for you. Anyway.
Upload videos so we can monetize them on your behalf, but we won't give you a fucking penny.
And keep the money. But rather than our usual update on this quarter's highlights and lowlights, I want to take a minute to talk to you about something that is incredibly important to me personally and the future of this platform. Openness and how we balance that with our responsibility to protect the community. The community. I was trying to get that. I felt that hiccup coming on and I couldn't get there in time.
That wasn't a hiccup, Monkey. That was you trying not to throw up in your mouth.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Dude.
Fair enough.
There was some acid reflux involved with that, dude.
Oh my god. Good morning, Badger.
Who's talking? Where's this voice coming from?
It's the ghost of Hitler.
Oh no. You should know better by now, Badger.
He sets me up for it. It's not my fault.
It is your fault. You don't have to take that setup.
I do. When I'm a low-hanging fruit kind of guy.
I didn't want to know about your balls, man. Really.
Oh, you could have just asked your mom. Anyway,
Nice.
So she needs to balance openness with their responsibility to protect the community because Susan Wojcicki, y'all, is our mom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Can I have a different one, please?
No. You got Mama Merkel. What are you talking about?
He's got a point.
Yeah, the great big fat ventriloquist doll that is Angela Merkel.
I'm gonna throw this into chat for anybody who wants to read along because
I've also grabbed it for myself as well because I'd like to read the R's again, Monkey, if I can.
Oh, yeah. And when we get there, I'll let you do that part.
Yay.
Excuse me. So let's stop here and talk about what she's talking about. When she says openness and how we balance that with our responsibility to protect our community, what she's talking about is what happened with Carlos Maza and Steven Crowder. That's what this is. This is a response to that.
Mm-hmm.
And the openness that in this case would be Steven Crowder not breaking any fucking rules, but Susan still having to please 5 gay people who got mad.
Because it's their feelings, folks.
Yeah, it is. They built YouTube. Didn't you know that, Alex?
Yeah. The YouTube was built on the ball bag of the gays.
Yes, on their backs, actually, is what was said in that stupid fucking interview. Well, it wasn't an interview. It was I guess it was an interview. On the, what was the site? It was one of Vice's subsidiaries, Recode. Rico.
To be fair, they fuck a lot of people in the ass, so there might have been some weight on someone's back.
Yeah, and it's covered in some goo right now. It's
Yeah.
hard to get up. But yeah, that's what this is all about. It's about how do we protect the community from Steven Crowder calling Carlos a fairy,
And let's be queer.
a lispy queer, which he is. I mean,
Kaloth Mather.
I'm Carlos Mother.
And I've got lots of glitter.
Look how
Carlos,
gay I
formerly,
am.
Carlos, formerly employed at Vox Maza.
Right? Even Vox was finally like, "Oh, get the fuck out," because yeah,
Satsu.
he was turning his attention. Oh, good morning, Satsu. Let me know if you want a link, bud.
Mm.
Because Carlos was turning his attention to, I want to say it was Ben Shapiro. He was trying to turn his attention
Let's
to.
go for Tucker Carlson.
Oh, Carlson. That's right. That's who it was. Carlson instead. Yeah.
He had his focus on Tucker Carlson for a long time. His bio, doesn't it still say Tucker Carlson is a white supremacist? I think he had that in his bio for like a year.
I don't think it's because he went after Tucker Carlson or Ben Shapiro. I think he got a massive ego boost, once he managed to cause the third apocalypse. And I think he was walking around the office doing the helicopter with his willy, and some of that extra spaff, just shot out and it landed in the CEO's eye, So she has AIDS now.
In chat, we're also being told he went after. Hang on, that he went after Tucker for over a year before.
Yeah,
but with the Crowder thing, he was trying to marshal that same outrage that he'd gotten to go strong after Tucker. And you have to realize, Fox is also one of the corporate sponsors that YouTube's been sucking up to. And they were like, I don't think I really want to. Satsu says, woke up to change a diaper and got pissed on. That makes two. Hey, get used to it, my friend. Babies do that shit way too much.
You wait till the baby shits on you, dude. It's gonna
happen
happen.
on purpose.
But when you get older and you're in diapers and they have to change you,
yep.
Revenge time.
I was about to say, woke up to change a diaper and got pissed on. That sounds like Lady Monkey's mornings.
That sounds like German porn.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I've seen German porn. That totally happens.
Indeed, right? Act like that's not true. Come on. Anyhow, I think what really happened, and we saw this if you paid attention, Carlos, the whole Crowder thing had nothing to do with Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was there was a union dispute going on at Vox, and Carlos was also wanting to get away from Vox and move on to the parent company, NBC. Ooh. And so he got this little win under his hat. And I think you're right. He was walking around swinging his dick like, look who I am. And they're like, oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah, I personally think he got a big head, was being very arrogant. And I think he did some shit. I bet there's a Me Too case behind those closed doors, I think he tried to I reckon he was trying it on with all the guys in the office,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Sex pest.
Let's move on a little bit here. How far down did I skip? I'm skipping down. Well, technically it's 2 paragraphs, but one of those paragraphs is only a sentence. So, but it's the paragraph, if you want to read along at home, is the one that starts with first. First, openness leads to opportunity. Today's creators have built an entire creative economy and are redefining the face of media. As long as they do it how we tell them to.
Yep.
They are truly next generation media businesses with millions of views and global brands who are contributing to local and global economies and creating jobs. And then they name some creators. Again, I'm not reading all this shit. They give us Simone Giertz. I don't know how you say that. Yeah. Molly Burke, Laura Vital, Sally's Welt, and Helen's Recipe. So this is what they think you need openness for, guys. We need a very open thing for robotics, lifestyle blogging of a blind chick, and the other 3 are all cooking channels.
Yeah.
Way to take a stand for free speech.
Let that sink in, folks.
That's what they want. Nice, sanitized bullshit. That's what we need openness for.
Obviously, without wishing to repeat everything that I said last night,
Most of these guys weren't listening. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, some of them were there for the redneck radio, but yeah, YouTube is in a position where it could smash all the mainstream media very easily.
Sure.
Very fucking easy. I mean, we were talking about, oh, look, breaking news from Satsu there. Okay, I'll read it then. Apparently, the company that makes Tuckies have started to make chili lime popcorn. Ugh. And it's going to ruin my life. That's disgusting.
It'll ruin your butt because that's going to hurt when it comes out.
Yeah, ruin your insides, and your fucking arsehole will reach down to the water and fucking drink it from the toilet. YouTube, because Monkey mentioned the fact that, a lot of these, the mainstream media outlets, CNN, etc., have contracts with YouTube, and they're obviously paying big bucks to YouTube, and YouTube needs that money. They don't need that money. YouTube could smash them. They could yeet them all off the platform and make their own channels.
Oh, they could.
Have you seen the financial records of YouTube? They haven't been in the plus once.
No, but they have the financial backing of Google. Have you seen their financials?
Mm-hmm. And
sure, but at some point, I mean, at some point, Google definitely has an incentive for YouTube to be profitable, and right now it's not.
They don't need it.
No, exactly.
They don't need YouTube to make money. It's far more valuable as an open source intelligence machine than it is as a profitable website.
Yeah,
have you ever noticed? Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
Plus, they can write that loss off on their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So it's what we used to call a loss leader. You lose money in one area, and you do that on purpose so that people will come use your other resources. So they do it a lot in retail. If you see something on sale for a really dirt low price, that's to bring you into the store, and you'll spend money on other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Google's kind of doing the same thing. Plus, they're getting all the analytics from what their users are doing, what they're looking at while they're logged in, all that stuff.
And don't forget, if you go search on Google, search anything on Google, chances are at least 3 videos are going to show up from YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I mean, YouTube's the second biggest search engine in the world.
Yep.
Google's the first. YouTube is far more valuable to get information out of, trending topics, demographics, anything you can imagine, any piece of information you think you can get out of a website. YouTube has all of it.
Yeah, all that market research is done for free for them.
Yeah,
and they can sell it off.
To
research companies.
I get what you're going for there, Badger. Yeah, if they could make money on it, absolutely, they would love to.
They have been trying.
But they don't have to. And Johnny Hellcat, thank you. Is this new Coke Classic again? Not exactly. Not exactly.
They have been trying to make money, and I'm fairly sure they did go in the black for at least a month.
They did, yeah, and that was when they introduced Super Chat.
Yeah. And what they're doing now, and they are really pushing a lot of this across at creators quite a lot, because I'm seeing it in my dashboard all the fucking time, that they've introduced a butt ton of new ways so creators can make money.
Not me.
Yeah, obviously not us lot. I mean, what they didn't give Irate Bear anything, but what they did do is give Irate Alex, the channel that I'm obviously focusing on now, access to memberships. And what they do with memberships is very, very interesting, actually. Very interesting. Because if you have access to memberships, I highly recommend you go look at the tier section where you can set different tiers, very much how you can do on Patreon. Because there's, I don't know, maybe there's a long list of them, and they all have different prices. Like it starts off like $1.99, then there's $4.99, then there's like $8.99, and so on and so forth. It's obviously going to be different for like Americans because of currency exchange and whatnot. But they like to add little brackets on the side of some of these saying popular with a lot of creators next to certain ones, and it's really weird because they have one next to the $4.99. Then there's one at the $23.99.
Wait, I was just looking at this. Why I can't get in there? Because if you're not a gaming channel, you have to have at least 30,000 subscribers.
Is that what it's saying?
30K
for what? For memberships?
Yeah, in order to get membership eligibility, you have to have 30K. Unless you're a gaming channel, in which case you only have to have 1,000.
I rate Alex, when I first started taking it seriously, may have been classed as a gaming channel, but it's certainly not now.
I talk about gaming on here sometime. I'm going to switch this fucker. You dirty bitches.
I know that memberships originally started for gaming channels.
They did, but you know what? I don't understand why they're not available for anybody monetized. That's stupid, YouTube.
Well, it says it's in available locations, so the rules might be different in the UK than they are here.
Shut up, Satsu. Satsu says I have membership on 2 cents plus, or Satsu 2 cents.
Yeah.
Shut up, Satsu. Is that a gaming channel?
There's a whole bunch of other stuff they introduced as well. I'm fairly sure they have a bunch of contracts because what they've got, but basically YouTube introduced something maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where they introduced a system where you can't chuck links into the chat anywhere unless they're approved by YouTube. And if you remember, I actually tried to start a gaming news channel. Did you know that? Did you know I tried to do that? Yeah. And the first video I uploaded was just covering a couple of upcoming games that were going to be coming out on Steam. You know, obviously I didn't have access to monetization. The new rules were in force. And the games I spoke about, I linked to them in the chat, you know, because, you know, why not, you know? And they weren't affiliate links. They weren't anything like that. They were just linked straight to the game so you can go check them out. I got a strike.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck this shit. But yeah, to kind of like get to the point, they introduced a whole bunch of other things. They introduced the merch shelf. I don't know what the eligibility is for that. It must be quite high because I don't have access to it.
We don't do that here.
What?
Get to the point. That's not something we do on Monkey in the Morning.
Well, I mean, I got there in the end.
Yeah, we go for a point and then it's like, oh shit, I didn't even remember I was talking about that. I just want to let you know because I know you're not here a lot.
Yeah,
we don't do points very often. Speaking of points, let's get to fucking Susan again.
Oh yeah, bitch.
But now I want to talk about this one because this one really does piss me off. Openness has also helped foster community. On an open platform, a shared experience can unite people in amazing ways. For example, Riley Hawkins from New Zealand started her channel, Tourette's Teen, to spread awareness about what it's like to live with Tourette's syndrome. I'd never heard of her till we read this yesterday. So I went and looked her up. And I watched a Minecraft video of hers.
Okay.
And in her Minecraft video, yeah, there's a couple of times where she does the stereotypical Tourette swearing thing.
Yeah.
But there is a whole bunch of Riley just swearing, just dropping fucks and shit and the kind of stuff I get in trouble for.
Yep.
But her informative, joyful, and humorous videos have earned her fans around the world.
Joyful. You know how many times that bitch drops the N-bomb?
This bitch swears like it's her job. She swears like she's trying to be me.
Well, with Tourette's Teen, I'll be honest, right? I think she's faking it a lot of the time. Like I think I
don't believe her at all.
No, I think she does have Tourette's. But she's like the swearing and you know when she's like when she hits stuff, like it's too clinical, it's too scripted to me. Like she has like a lot most people with Tourette's syndrome don't actually swear.
No, they don't.
Just have tics.
The swearing is a very, very, very rare form.
Yeah, very rare. And I don't think that she has that form. I just think that she has the tics.
And there's a great South Park episode on this. I'm sure you guys have seen it, where Cartman he learns. Yes, Tasha, I was just getting there. And where Cartman learns about Tourette's syndrome, and he actually sings the song "I've Got a Golden Ticket," and so he starts pretending he has Tourette's, and he actually has to get around kids with Tourette's, and there's one of them who does swear, and you know what? It's not a pleasant experience for him at all, because that kind of shit, real Tourette's, will fucking ruin somebody's life.
Yeah, well,
you can't go in public because you don't know when the next time you're going to say something fucking horrible is going to happen.
There's a program in the UK called the Undateables. You may have heard me speak about it. They usually have like people with autism and Down syndrome on there. And they have a couple of people with Tourette's on there too. And they had the black girl on there. And when she's walking with her friend, like she has this sweary version of Tourette's, and she can't function. Like she can't get a job. You know, she has to live on welfare. Like because people aren't going to hire her because like when she's with her black friend, she's going nigger, blackie, choose at her over and over and over again. You know, and they had like a Scottish guy on there, and like he couldn't get a job anywhere because like no one's going to hire a guy that just swears and says racist shit all the time. Like even if they don't mean it, like you're not going to get fucking hired, are you?
Is that because he's Scottish or because he's got Tourette's?
It's probably because he's Scottish.
Both. It's probably both. Yeah.
I mean, Scottish Tourette's is it's pretty much a requirement in that country. But you know what I mean.
Speaking of Tourette's, this is a good time to remind you guys we're brought to you by you because of all my swearing. Jack dropped his link. I just dropped mine. Gentlemen, if you have yours, throw them into the chat there. Guys, please support the fellows on the dais with me as much as you would me. And we appreciate it. We really do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Also, please throw money at Monkey and smash that like button, folks. There's 138 people watching, 52 likes. You know, I'm not a mathematician, Monkey.
Sure.
But there's something wrong with that. Even I can see there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, it seems off a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit low.
And finally, openness leads to learning. As a daughter of 2 teachers and a lifelong learner, I've been especially inspired to see edutubers.
Yeah, that's the word I was having trouble with yesterday. Educational YouTubers. We'll just go for that instead.
Like Origin of Everything, Manuel Domundo, Eddie Wu, and Excel is Fun turned YouTube into the world's largest classroom. Now, I want to say right now, most of what she said here, I don't disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube has provided a platform for all of these people where they would have at best been like a Wayne's World style thing on a public broadcasting channel if they got lucky. So I don't disagree with that. But her falling back on this openness bullshit for all of this, you know what she didn't put in there at all? Hi, beautiful.
She definitely didn't do that. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good morning, everybody.
Say hi to Bear and Badger and
Good morning.
Good morning.
Badger and Jack. Oh my.
Hi.
Thank you, Johnny Hellcat, who says, while you guys are doing your jobs, I have to actually get back to mine. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that.
Have a good one, mate. Have a good day at work.
He says, I love you. Nice ass. Nice titties.
Thanks.
I can't top that. Have a good day at work, Johnny.
Love you.
Love you, baby. Drive safe.
Okay, see you tonight.
Okay. She's got to drive into the office today. She's doing it all this week.
Ew, that sucks.
I don't like when I can't just go look at her when I want to. I really like my wife. I think she's very beautiful, and I like to look at beautiful things. So, anyway.
Oh, we know, Monkey. We know.
Yeah, that's why I look at you, Bear.
Oh, thank you.
That's why you don't look in the mirror.
Oh, motherfucker. I am the most seriously. I look at my reflection anywhere I can see it. That is how literally anywhere I say, like, ooh, I'm a
Have you seen Monkey? He's a handsome man.
handsome man.
Handsome. So handsome.
But I agree with what she's saying here. That they do provide a platform for all of this, and it has made these people, well, some of them, very wealthy.
Very.
However, she's not addressing any of the reasons that she's actually talking about this. She's not. Steven Crowder owes YouTube a shit ton. YouTube helped make Steven Crowder a big name. We looked it up yesterday. What's he got? 5 million subscribers?
4.1, I believe.
4.1. Okay. Well, yeah. Millions of people know who Steven Crowder is because of YouTube. And even by their own standard, he didn't break any goddamn rules. But does she talk about him at all in here?
Nope.
Well, kind of. When we get to the R's.
Oh, yeah.
When we get to the R's, they kind of do.
Is one of them retard?
Sadly, no, because you can't say that. Can't say that. We're gonna jump down, Bear. So it's almost your turn. So this is why we've been investing significantly over the past few years in the teams and systems that protect YouTube. Our approach towards responsibility involves 4 R's.
Retard, and rasterize. I like that.
And with
like
that,
it.
Bear, you want to give us that first star there?
I absolutely will, and I'm just going to pop the chat out and move it over there so I can continue to see it. Doobie. Scroll down. R's, people. Here's the first R. We remove.
Stop.
Our hammer time.
Stop. I want to point out that the first R, when she's talking about openness, is remove.
Yeah.
Can we just let that process for a second?
If she's open to the idea of removal. That's what she means.
Apparently.
Yeah.
The first R is fucking remove when she's talking about openness. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bear. If you would go on, please.
No, it's perfectly fine. I know that you're going to continually stop me as we go.
I am. You're in Scribe territory right now.
Yeah, I know. We remove content that violates our policy as quickly as possible. But do you, though?
Really? Bear just responded to Amos Yee.
Yeah, motherfucker. You know, why is it that you're saying this, Susan Wojcicki, when it's a lot of the creators are having to police the platform? It's also funny because Pyrocynical, just to quickly go off subject, was also somebody who directed his massive audience to take down a bunch of pedo videos.
Yeah.
You know, and why was it him having to direct his audience to do that and not you? Yeah, it's because you don't actually give a fuck. You just want to look good is what you want to fucking do. And we're always looking to make our policies clearer.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can't believe I missed that one last night. Really, bitch? Have you seen the terms of service? You know how fucking vague they are?
Dude, I got into an argument with one of your people about the policy he pointed me to, and when I pointed out he was wrong, he told me it's a guideline. That was his answer.
The guidelines.
It's a guideline.
Aye, the guidelines.
But they're making it clearer, man.
Yeah, apparently. And more effective, as we've done with pranks and challenges. But did you kind of do it with the period prank and the abortion and the bombing pranks? They're still on YouTube, by the way. A lot of them are done by Indian creators.
Did you really?
I don't think she did. Hey, YouTube, are you you got a little policy there? Are you enforcing that policy? To make our policies clearer and more effective, as we've done with pranks and challenges, child safety, and hate speech.
Susan, like me, you're an American. Hate speech isn't a thing.
Yeah.
I
can check you guys had the First Amendment.
I can point you to the Supreme Court decision from 2017, you silly bitch.
I would like to point out that the internet is global, and as a citizen of the global community, corporations don't have to abide by any of your pesky regional laws. They do whatever they want, and they will crush you, and they will summon their privately owned security forces to do so.
You know what? I don't necessarily disagree with that, Jack. But she's an American. Why wouldn't she be more, in line with American values? Do you get what I'm saying there?
America. Have you met most of the people from California?
I know.
They fucking hate this country.
You guys are going to hear me pour the nectar of the gods. Sorry. Go ahead, Bear.
It's all good. The thing is, though, YouTube, you're going to have to decide whether you're a platform or a publisher. I'm just saying.
An open platform, Bear.
Oh, yeah, very open platform. YouTube, open platform.
Open.
Become a millionaire. Open. We aim to be thoughtful. You know what? I should make my own advertisement of YouTube.
Yes.
In my gag ad series. In fact, no, Candid Call series. I think I should do that. We aim to.
That's a bit shoot, though.
Right.
Yeah, I know. We aim to be thoughtful when we make these updates and consult a wide variety of experts.
Oh, no, you don't.
Openness.
They're all from San Francisco.
What the fuck is an expert in what?
Well, wait. Finish reading that line real quick.
Yeah, I will do. Dozens of experts as we developed our updated hate speech policy. Oh, the British government then. Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had a direct line to YouTube. In the 10 down the street, there's a red phone to call a new strike in, and then there's a pink phone to call Susan Wojcicki.
Yeah,
Yes.
instead of the dun-na-na-na-na for Batman, you get dun-na-na-na Susan.
Real quick over on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Mr. Misanthropic, who says TOS is intentionally vague so it can be selectively applied.
Yeah,
And she's a typical California globalist shill who hates free speech. Now, I will say this. I understand to a point why the rules are somewhat vague.
Mhm.
But when they
It
keep
kind of
telling
has to be to a certain degree, doesn't it?
sure, but when they keep telling us how much they've clarified them, kiss my ass. No, you haven't. You've made them worse. And in this case, we talked to a wide variety of what were they, a dozen experts as we developed our updated hate speech policy. Who?
Yeah, I'd like to know who too.
Which ones? We know who they were. I mean, it was people like the SPLC.
Well, yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's that. I forgot. And the ADL.
The SPLC who got sued for calling a Muslim man trans. Well, no, what is it? It's what is it when you're afraid? Islamophobic. That's what they said. He was anti-Muslim. He's a fucking Muslim.
Yeah.
yeah. That's one of their experts that they use. They also use the Anti-Defamation League, probably Snopes.
They should never use Snopes. Nobody should ever use Snopes for anything. I mean, print it out and use it as toilet paper if you want.
No, sorry, but my ass deserves better than that. Come on.
Well, your ass, Badger.
Anyone's ass. I was just,
Oh yeah, Polydub. Yeah, they also have a hell of a trust and safety council over there. Wasn't what's her name? Sargon's chick on there. Anita. and Cat Black.
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they for those who don't know, what was that? A year and a half, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking YouTube brought in, their own version of the squad, and most of them had blue hair and problematic glasses, Is
real quick, I see Polly's here. I'm sorry, I don't know how long you're waiting. Hi, bud. How you doing? And now he's not talking to us.
Never mind. Never mind then. I'll continue.
Hello. Sorry,
Oh, there he
my
is.
mic was muted there.
Well, welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I like your avatar.
That's another Far special.
I love Far's drawings of the otter.
She also does
So
a great angry anime-esque girl character. You guys should go check out. She's not in chat, is she?
Yeah,
She was earlier.
Oh, damn it.
she's
Well,
right there.
I can't have her hear me talking nice about her. Yeah, her stuff sucks.
No, we love Far. Don't forget, Far. You can drop your link for the store with the pocket fetus.
Yeah, by all means. You guys should check out Far stuff. She's open to commissions too. It's her art's great. I'm a big fan.
I got one of her pocket fetus shirts, and people commented all the time, "Oh, that's really cute. What is that? Oh, it's a dead baby." Oh,
Oh wow! I will be in the market soon for an anime drawing that I'd like to add on to merch, because I opened a merch store yesterday and I had no idea that Streamlabs charges you to open a store.
should have done it on Teespring.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of those. I like Streamlabs. Streamlabs is quite good. So now I have Streamlabs Prime, which allows me to build my own website as well, which I don't know if I'm going to do that, but yeah. Lord Bear Mugs, people. Lord Bear Mugs. Get them by the hut.
Oh wow!
Mm.
Speaking of merchandise, I sold another shirt. Thank you to whoever picked that up. Don't forget, guys, there's a shirt store down below. Support the people on the dais. They all have ways to do so that they'll throw into chat periodically. So make sure you support them. Anyhow, we're not even we're halfway through the first R.
Yeah, let me finish off that paragraph, mate.
Yeah.
We also report on the removals we make in our quarterly community guidelines enforcement report. I also appreciate that when but that report is just to show the advertisers. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
you're just swinging your fucking dick around. Come on. I also appreciate that when policies aren't working for the creator community, you let us know. And oh boy, do we!
And you don't do shit about it.
Her tweet promoting this blog. Oh boy. Ratio.
Read this. See, we skipped this whole one yesterday, Bear. We just skipped right over it. Read the next line there.
One area we've heard loud and clear needs an update is creator on creator harassment. Oh God.
Suck my balls, Susan.
Yeah. Suck my entire ass.
Hey, all of you guys have picked on poor Riley Dennis and his terrible ideas for years.
If you needed any more proof that this was about Carlos Maza, there it is, right fucking there. That's what this whole goddamn thing is about.
Yeah. Because they didn't, you know, obviously, I mentioned this last night. When the apocalypse first happened, it wasn't political creators YouTube went after.
Nope.
It was the reaction commentary genre. They had a list of names, right? And the person at the top of that list was Leafy. Leafy is here, right? And they didn't bring in any kind of harassment policy then. And they've only just done it now. So that proves that it's because of Carlos fucking Maza. Prick. I said in my last letter that we'd be looking at this and we will have more to share in the coming months. Yes, I will. Mr. Collins, you should be able to shill the. In fact, no, you haven't got a wrench, have you? I will quickly do it. Yeah, guys, I did yeet the R8 Bear Discord. Please go join the R8 Alex Discord. There's also a politics room if you like talk about politics. So here's the next one, and I get to do my black preacher voice for this one.
Well, again, I just want to remind everybody her first R for openness is removing people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is raise up, come on, pray Susan. If loving harassment policy is wrong, I don't want to be right. Come on, pray Susan, praise the God, yeah. Oh dear, don't ask no questions. We raise up authoritative voices when people are looking for breaking news and information, especially
you do,
especially during breaking news moments.
I mean, they do, Monkey. Is that the fuck?
No.
They do, and that's the problem. Like the quote unquote authoritative voices are just not that authoritative.
I'll give you that. That's a subjective term, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
But as I pointed out,
no, Monkey, they do raise their hand to put a check on and strike all of the people that are talking about breaking news.
I just want to point out, I have never, ever had to correct myself with breaking news. Ever. CNN has, MSNBC has, the Wall Street Journal has,
New York Times,
New York
Washington
Times,
Post.
all of these fuckers. All of them have had. I've never had to do it. And for the record, people, well, you just read the news. So do they. So do they. CNN has told us we're not investigative journalists. You guys remember this? But they're an authoritative voice when it comes to breaking news, motherfuckers.
You know, I really, really want someone to go onto Google, get an image of Susan Wojcicki with, you know, where she's like holding her hands up and Photoshop a priest's outfit onto her. You know,
Photoshop her onto Marianne Williamson when she was doing the white people praising black people thing. Lay them hands on that black brother over there.
We don't have no wrong think.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Say no to hate speech. Oh,
we have another sentence in there that's just as funny.
Our breaking and top news shelves are available in 40 countries, and we're continuing to expand that number.
They're breaking and top news shelves.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get on that list? I'm a journalist, Susan.
What I find odd about YouTube and their raising up of authoritative quote unquote sources is that they often will put Wikipedia articles on them.
Yes.
And that's odd because I was under the impression that they were only going to do that to people that were like conspiracy channels, you know, or speaking about things like race realism or any of that kind of you know, controversial stuff.
Oh no, they put it on everything,
which I find peculiar. I thought it was more of like a punishment, but okay. The next one is we reduce the spread of content. That brushes.
Hold on. We reduce the spread of content. Remember,
oh yeah,
I know Monkey was having. Hold on, let me finish. Fucking
No,
hell.
Germany, we stopped you, motherfuckers.
Always
We're
interrupting
teamed
the
up with
Germans,
Americans
man.
to
This
stop
it's
you.
in your blood, isn't it? Always
Battle of
interrupting the
Britain.
Germans.
Well, good.
Where was I? Oh yeah, Monkey was trying to hammer that point down earlier, but what was it again? We reduce the spread of content. Openness.
Openness.
Oh,
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Finish reading that line.
Yeah, that this particular line, Badger, is why I needed to finish it before you.
I don't care.
You fucking will care when I invade you. We reduce the spread of content that brushes right up against our policy line.
You know what that means?
Why not?
Doesn't break our rules.
Yeah.
We reduce the spread of content that doesn't break our rules. Openness.
I mean, the thing is, we've seen that. We've seen that with it also. I think it also comes. Yeah. Well, very next sentence. I mean, Alex, if you want to go ahead.
Oh, I'm allowed to, am I now? Oh, thank you, Hitler.
Yeah.
Already in the US, where we made changes to I love you though. Changes to recommendations earlier this year, we've seen a 50% drop of views from recommendations to this type of content, meaning quality content has more of a chance to shine.
50% drop in views from recommendations of content that doesn't break the fucking rules.
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind, woman?
That's the new YouTube, y'all.
When I read that last night, I damn near fucking fell off my chair. It's openness. Yeah, remember, guys, if Ranting Monkey uploads a video, and it's completely 100% factual, reporting on a news story, because we're journalists, remember.
I'm a journalist. A lesbian one.
He's spent a few hours, removing all the ambiguities. He's gone through several articles. And he's made a video about a breaking news story that is completely factual. YouTube will reduce his video from spreading through the algorithm. You see,
my last 5 or so videos when I started making them again, I noticed immediately a drop that shouldn't have been there. It just shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? This explains it.
Yeah.
Because oops, you even when I don't swear, there's a video I purposely didn't fucking swear, Susan. I guess I should have said I had Tourette's for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I now am a lesbian who identifies as a Tourette's.
Change your channel name, just Tourette's Ranting Monkey.
This is
Monkey.
all right. We got one more.
This is a open admission to the shadow suppressing of content, guys.
Open.
Yeah, and remember, when they say quality content, they don't mean conservative channels. They don't mean like mainstream conservative outlets. They mean progressive outlets. They mean the Young Turks.
Well, with the
They're
exception,
not even really mainstream, are they?
with the exception of Fox News.
The
one they throw in there, the one they give us. Other than that, everything conservative. Other than that, just no. No.
Even Fox gets some attention, especially with Tucker. But we've talked about this before with the Young Turks because Razor Fist video, he did that video where he was looking up Dame Pesos, his video after the election. Something we've all watched so many times, the TYT meltdown. This video has millions of views on it, but if you search it right now, even with the exact name of the video, it comes up fourth if you do it with the exact name of the video. And if you don't do it with the exact name, good luck fucking finding it. Good luck fucking because YouTube has gone through and sanitized shit for TYT.
The sanitization sounds so German. We need to address it as what it really is. They're just protecting us from ourselves.
Oh yeah,
they have our best interest at heart.
It's Mommy Sue.
Remember, guys, none of you here have agency. None of you here have capacity. YouTube has decided for you that you just you can't make these decisions by yourselves.
Alex, I would like to remind you that I do have an agency behind me.
You do.
And they have ways of making you talk.
Yeah, they're called the fucking SS. And we've begun experimenting with this change in the UK. Oh, thanks for starting here, Susan. Ireland and other English language markets. In other words, America too. So the next one is, and of course, it's the rewarding one, and we set a higher bar for what channels can make money on our site, rewarding trusted, eligible creators. Not all content allowed on YouTube is going to match what advertisers feel is suitable for their brand because they're lying bastards. We have to be sure they are comfortable with where their ads appear because they're lying bastards. This is also why we're enabling new revenue streams for creators like Super Chat and memberships. Thousands of channels have more than doubled their total YouTube revenue by using these new tools in addition to advertising. You know, some people have to do a lot of live streams and use Super Chat because they can't earn any other way on this fucking platform.
For example, this is why I tell you guys when I say that joke, you know, when Monkey is brought to you by you, I absolutely am. YouTube, they don't like my content, and I'm giving them a finger right now that they can't see. The one thing that pisses me off the most about that particular paragraph is where is it here? We have to be sure the advertisers are comfortable with where their ads appear. No, they fucking don't. They don't care. For the most part, they really don't care. Like, does anyone? It feeds into this. I would say into this lie that viewers associate an ad with the content that comes right after it. Well, this
when
is
when I see an ad for hell, I don't know, BMW, for example. I got to take a German car manufacturer here, and then I watch a video.
You don't want to go with showers?
And then I watch a video, and I don't know, Steven Crowder debunking Carlos Maza. I don't associate Steven Crowder with BMW. I really don't.
This comes from the old advertising model. It used to be you would try to get your ad on a specific TV show. And that showed that at least you were comfortable with what was on that show, because that's how boycotts start. You get the advertisers to pull out because Married with Children made jokes about titties, which is actually you can go look that up. That's a real controversy that happened. They don't seem to understand that today's internet watchers don't do that same thing. We don't, as you said, we don't see the ad before it and go, oh, these people must love PewDiePie. We just look at it and go, oh, these guys want to be seen.
Better. They better.
They just want to be seen, and they don't care about what one it's on. All of the adpocalypse bullshit has been about helping advertisers get better rates. It's not about where they show up. They don't give a fuck about that. They just want to be seen. That's what they care about, being seen.
Yeah, I always use it as an example, but advertisers, we know you're lying bastards because you put your advertisements on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we went through the list yesterday. Let's see. Game of Thrones,
Breaking Bad,
The
Boys, which is obviously an Amazon-like thing, isn't it? But it does have ads on it. It does have ads.
The Walking Dead,
yeah.
All kinds of horrible shit that advertisers have no problem putting their ads on.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget the worst of them all.
The monkey said fuck.
Shush. Don't forget the worst of them all. The Rachel Maddow show.
Indeed, yeah, they put their ads on that shit.
There's no incest rape in our videos. I mean,
apparently there should be, and then advertisers be, I want to. Yeah. Anyway, the stories I hear from creators like you inspire me every day.
Fuck you, Susan. You.
I feel like you're not listening to me. If what you're hearing from me, Susan, is inspiring, yeah, you're either drunk or not listening,
or both.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. The community you've created is living proof that an internet that reflects a broad range of ideas can change the world for the better. You've built
broad range of ideas from far left to left.
You built something incredible. It's our job to strike the right balance between openness and responsibility so that future generations of creators and users can as well. Susan, you... Oh, God.
Oh!
There is no part of that doesn't piss me off. No part of it.
Can I just say?
Go ahead.
Sorry. All I have really all I thought after reading it yesterday, I just thought 5 words. Bitch needs to be fired.
This is such a bullshit press release. This is supposed to be a letter to us. It is a bullshit press release.
Yeah.
She doesn't even address what this is about Carlos Mazza and Steven Crowder. And if you pay any fucking attention, you know that.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah, the thing is, I've written press releases before, and I do have a few criticisms. Like if it is for press, some things she could have done better. But in general, that's how I would write a press release. I've done that shit before, and that's what exactly what it reads like. Except
our 4
she
Rs.
she replaced the dear journalists at the very beginning with dear creators and artists to. I don't know, to make it look like it's actually for creators when it isn't.
Well, she knows the press is watching her right now. She knows after the Carlos Mazza thing that they're paying attention, and she's got to put on a good face for us. Unfortunately, what she did there was stupid. She's absolutely.
I doubt she even has a good face.
I don't know. I'd tap it.
Seen her?
I'd
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
She looks more like a horse than Sarah Jessica Parker. What the fuck?
No.
Carried away.
Sarah looks like she was had trouble learning to walk, wobbly legs and shit when she first popped out of the horse vagina. Susan's not that ugly. I mean, okay.
What?
Smash your pass, Susan, guys. Smash your pass. Let's get that. We haven't done one of those on this show.
Shit, dude, I'd marry her. She's got money.
No shit, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but marry and smash are 2 different concepts.
No, you still got to smash it.
You have to consummate the marriage, dude. Come on.
Indeed.
You don't have to.
We're getting a lot of passes. You guys are so harsh. You're so harsh. I wonder if Susan knows we're talking about her in this context right now.
I'd fuck her.
See, thank you, Bear. Thank you. Cato says smash
Weirdo.
because why not? This was garbage. And look, I do agree with her on the one part that she was talking about where she's like, this is giving these people a chance to shine. Well, like the food bloggers. There's no way those people would have ever become famous and been able to make a living from what they do. Thank you, Andrew Joyner, who says, good morning, people. Good morning.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. But we know what this was about. She fucking completely glossed over the issue. What she should be doing is explaining why she punished somebody, but who, by her own company standards, did nothing wrong. I don't know why YouTube can't wrap their fucking heads around this and why they don't understand why creators are upset by that. She literally came out and said, Steven Crowder did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Well, no, she said he didn't break any terms of service. That's different. He did something morally wrong.
Fair enough, but bullshit.
Bullshit. In my fucking opinion, you shouldn't have your monetization stripped from you unless you break terms of service.
I agree, but that's not how these people that focus on emotion work. They know that he broke something on an emotional, visceral level, and he needed punished for that. So they have to find a way to punish him, whether or not he broke the technical rule, because it's more about you don't have to be factually correct.
Just be morally right.
Yeah, exactly. And they want to be moral and on the right side of history, so that they don't give a damn about your paper and pencil rules. Those are just tools of the patriarchy or some bullshit.
Yeah, Susan's just sat there going, Steven Crowder, he's the devil.
Pincalo over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much. Who says Susan won't care. She only cares about pushing the liars and frauds like Dawson Charles, Molly Burke, the Pauls, the happy idiots. Yeah, you're probably not wrong about that.
No, I think it's really stupid, man. I mean, Crowder was making some fucking money on the platform too.
Well, did she pull money from the Pauls when they were brushing up against the rules?
Well, she did drop Jake's. Oh no, wait, which one was it that did the Suicide Forest? Was it Logan?
Logan.
Yeah, that they dropped his high tier ads.
Yeah, but they didn't take his fucking monetization. They just like, okay, you're not getting Coke anymore. You're getting Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
You get
RC Coke.
No.
I took that in a totally different way. That was no more Coke for you. Just marijuana.
Oh, I get
from
you.
now on. You're not gonna be able to afford the good stuff anymore.
Just the meth now. Yeah.
Meth ads on YouTube.
Shit, dude. I bet that has pretty high RPM or CPM. I'm just saying.
Logan Paul did a prank, I'm using air quotes, where standing in front of his child fans pretended to get shot and killed.
Yeah.
He's not the only one to do that, by the way. What was that other prank guy? The British fella? Skinny.
I don't watch British people.
He has a skinhead. You must know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure he lives stateside now. It was involved with Fousey Tube. Fousey actually dived at him and tried to kick his head in during a radio interview.
Not sure who you're talking about.
Massive controversies around the guy. Sam Pepper. Thank you, Sam.
Sam. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He actually had a kidnap and execution prank, if you remember.
Yep.
You know,
but
although I'm fairly sure he was yeeted off the platform. But
the reason I bring up Logan's is because he did this in front of his fans, and there were little kids out there, like 8, 9.
Yeah.
But hey, he didn't make fun of any lispy queers, did he?
Yeah, I know, right? Dick.
Don't make fun of lispy queers because that's going to get you kicked off the monetization. Just go out there and pretend to get killed in front of little kids. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, those kids were crying.
Yeah.
Nerd City did a great video. On Jake. It was mainly based on the advertising and how kids don't develop the ability to understand abstract concepts until the age of like 8, and that they wouldn't be able to understand the many, many, many advertisements that he himself carries out in his videos trying to sell his merch. Sure. I'm not talking about YouTube ads here, but yeah, that was also mentioned in the video, if I remember.
Kids, if you get your mommy's credit card, you don't donate to my channel.
Yeah, just be aware you will be made to pick a switch, not by us, but
oh god,
by your mum. So just be advised.
Susan, you can take your R's and shove them right up your C. Because that is.
I mean, she could shove them right up her R.
I don't expect much when we get these creator blogs from her. I really don't, because they're usually just nonsense. But this one, Susan, Jesus Christ, you took my low expectations and shat all over them. Just damn. Polly, how you been, man?
All right.
You're kind of quiet today, and I realize there's a lot of talk, but did you have anything to add to Susan's wonderful appeal?
Brave,
to us?
Stunning and brave.
Open.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 people on the stage, not dais, but stage. Yeah, this is tough to get a word in edgewise. No, I think you guys are covering the majority of it. I'm just over here working on thumbnails for tomorrow's show that you can find over on my channel.
You sound so disappointed and just so defeated right now.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
He always does.
He doesn't sound happy about his own show. Like, come on, chill it properly, dude.
Come on over to Comic Book Curation, where we talk about everything in and around comic books. It's fascinating, exciting. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It'll become part of you.
Comic Book Curation, and the Lord said that everybody here should go watch. There you go. See?
Yeah, that's should be tonight, right?
Yep, it'll be tonight, sometime after 10.
Sometime after 10. Make sure you guys are following people on the Twitter machine, because that's the easiest way to find it. Because YouTube doesn't like to tell people that video creators that they follow uploaded stuff, because that would make too much goddamn sense.
This
You want a sneak
Wednesday
peek of
on the Polydub channel, Comic Book Curation.
We're gonna get a
Comics,
sneak
openness,
open,
discussion, openness.
open.
Tonight on Wednesday.
All right, are we ready?
Uh-huh.
Here is the nice
Big Titty Leia.
Can you put just a little indentation there at the bottom?
No.
What? Like
That took a while. I had to get R2D2 was in the background, and I mean, like, come on. And then, like, in between her legs, you could see the shadow of C3PO. So I had to work the smoke effects with the clone tool, and
She had C3PO between her legs.
yeah, actually, which was really distracting because that's not what I'm looking for. You
He
know,
is
But
a wiener.
But it is
Me
what
asking for
C3PO
a-
is looking for.
me asking for a camel toe's out of the question. I feel
yes,
like
it is. And actually, I'm ahead of the game this week because I'm also in the middle of working on this one right now.
Polly, can you just okay, in a second, can you, in fact, no, I can say it for this one. Can you just zoom in on the left butt cheek there and insert the word empowering? Otherwise, you're going to get demonetized.
Just write yes we can across her cheeks. You'll be
Well, there's a lot of thigh territory right here for
Well, I was
Hashtag me
going to
too.
suggest right there on the vag, you know.
I don't
she doesn't
remember-
look empowered. I mean, this is clearly not a woman who's anyone's sucker, you know.
Does empowered mean giving me a boner? Because then yes.
I don't remember Leia's titties being that big.
Well, that's why I call her Big Titty Leia. But and I don't remember her having Han Solo's blaster either, or a stormtrooper's little carbine, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, nonetheless.
Well, she had one of those in episode 4. Or, yeah, in A New Hope when they dive into the
Oh, that's
trash
true.
compactor. She had one there.
Oh yeah, and then also again, that's what she was blasting at Slave One as it flew away with Han and the carbonite, right?
Is it the other gun, Han's pistol?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to make people mad with how I pronounce this, but there's a bit of news I just seen. And Badger will probably be interested in it. Ninja has announced a partnership with Adidas as part of the company's Created with Adidas initiative.
What is Adidas? I know who Ninja is. Ninja, for those of you who don't, he's a big streamer.
You pronounce it Adidas.
Adidas, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, in the UK, it depends on where you're from, depending on how you pronounce it. Some people here pronounce it Adidas. Some people pronounce it Adidas.
As a German, to settle this once and for all, your pronunciation, Alex, was absolutely 100% correct.
It's Adidas.
Well,
no, it's not.
I think the Greeks are on our side on this one. It's Adidas.
Adidas.
The large sports company, that's not Nike. Sorry, Nike.
Jesus.
Again, Nike is a British way of pronouncing it, whereas Nike is an American, but I do generally pronounce it Nike.
And bigger still than Reebok.
Reebok.
Reboot.
Oh, look, so the chat agrees with me.
Don't forget Tommy Hilfiger.
I will have to go soon. I have my men's mental health group to get to soon. I'll stay till 10 past.
Cool. So Ninja signed a thing with them, huh?
Oh yeah, he's more money. That dude is rolling in it right now. Holy crap! How much was his deal with Mixer? Or Microsoft even?
Between 20 and 50 million.
God damn!
I'll come work for you for 1 million.
I know what the time is, woman.
Like,
I would
was
stream on Mixer for I don't know, 50 grand.
Don't try to undercut me. Damn Germans.
That's crazy, man. I mean, Mixer's not exactly big, is it? Like, well, I guess it is now. Their terms of service are goddamn draconian.
But the one thing that I have to give Mixer over YouTube, at least their terms. No, YouTube. Well, and Twitch, but mostly YouTube, because we were talking about, YouTube at this creator thingy there. At least Mixer's terms of service are quite specific.
They are. That's one thing I did give them. At least they have a line that you can clearly see.
Yeah. With YouTube, it's like, we keep them vague, and so we can selectively enforce. Mixer's like, these are our guidelines. You can read them, you can see them, and this is what we go by.
I've just been sent something by Samuel Regent. I'm probably pronouncing your
Hold
name
that thought.
incorrectly.
Jack, you're in charge for a moment. I'll be right back, guys.
I just have to show this. I'm sharing screen right now, so you'll have to present me a monkey's bucket. There we go.
Monkey just went. Oh wait, there you go.
There you go. In future, if you could send it to @IrateAlex in future. I don't really use Irate Bear anymore. But yeah, thank you very much for that. That's really good. I like that.
That's amazing.
Need to rise up. I love it. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love it. Right, stop screen sharing so I don't show anybody what I'm actually looking at right now.
Yeah, don't share those anime titties.
Yeah. I did actually see some nice anime art. Actually, it's not too bad. I think Polly would appreciate it. It's nothing too far away what he was sharing. I'll share screen again. There you go. There you go, Polly. There's some good old anime art for you.
We can't see
Well,
it.
I'm sharing screen. Return. Can you not see it at all?
No.
Like even behind the scenes.
No.
I think Monkey needs to allow it, otherwise we don't get to see it either.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bear, what's your thoughts on the Boris Johnson asking the Queen to suspend Parliament?
Well, it is summer.
Huh?
Well,
what does that have to do? Huh?
Well, they have a break every summer. Parliament is suspended. They do this several times a year.
Yeah, and
So they're lazy, is what you're telling me.
Well, yeah.
But the idea from what I read is that Boris Johnson will ask the Queen to suspend once they come out of that break,
I didn't see that.
like early September or mid-September or something. So that
5 weeks from early September.
I'd have to see the news about that. I've not been. My nose has not been well and deep in the politics stuff.
I've got the BBC article here. Probably not the best source, but we'll have to work with it. So they say the government has asked the Queen to suspend Parliament just days after MPs return to work in September, and only a few weeks before the Brexit deadline. Boris Johnson said a Queen's speech would take place after the suspension on October 14th to outline his, quote, very exciting agenda. Whoever called an agenda very exciting?
Boris would.
Yeah,
because he has a positive attitude towards Brexit, unlike the rest of them turds.
True, but
you gotta love Boris. I can imagine him saying it on camera. Boris Johnson, how what's going to happen? What's going on with you? Brexit is very, very, very exciting.
Real quick, thank you, Eric Hammers. Says, morning, gents. Up until last weekend, I forgot why I don't date liberal chicks. Fucking selfish, self-entitled, and users of gentlemen. Uh-oh.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
Don your smoking jackets,
well.
boys.
Somebody found a chick that's just looking for the dick carousel. You got to watch out for those chicks, man.
Yeah, you do.
They hit that wall hard.
All they want is your money and your fluids.
Did she not smell of avocado? I mean, that should have been your first red flag.
Speaking of fluids and smelling, I do want to do this story. I will put it up on the screen. Let's put that on the screen. Screen. Share screen. That one. There we go. Can the dirtiest porn ever help clean up our filthy beaches?
Yes, it can.
Hold on, show that picture. Okay. I said it on Twitter yesterday, but I've seen dirtier porn.
Well, you're German, so yeah. Nobody's
that was my joke yesterday on Twitter. So
first of all, that chick has a nice ass. But they're about to fucking garbage.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
My first thought was to ask the question: are they picking up rubbish with their bum holes?
Nice.
Oh,
probably. Chicks do weird shit for money.
Yeah.
Scribe asked if they made sure there was no broken glass or needles.
You know what that picture should be called if it ever ends up in some kind of gallery? White trash.
White trash. Yeah.
I'm assuming the idea here is that they'll start, distributing tons of this porn that they're making on these, litter-filled beaches, and the audience will get annoyed by all the litter and then start getting involved in picking up rubbish and stuff.
You know what could happen instead? some
It's gonna
weirdos
start people-
watch it. Some weirdos watch it. They go like, "Hey, that's actually pretty hot. You know, we should pollute more."
It's going to kick off a garbage fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
what
it is.
they're planning? Okay, guys, because I didn't read the story here. Pornhub had made this video, and it's supposed to bring attention to how much trash is on the beaches.
Bless you.
Why not?
Thank you, sir.
By the way, on what beaches in the U.S.?
I'm guessing it's the U.S. They don't. I don't think they actually.
Because I
say.
doubt that, because most of the waste that is on any kind of beach is, you know, Asia, like China, India for the most part.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this trash was put there for the film.
Dangerous. No, they're not going to film it in front of a crying Indian.
They should.
They should.
But yeah, so this couple.
You mean a crying Sicilian?
Yes. Who looks like one. Maybe bring out Elizabeth Warren to cry a little bit.
And on that note of Elizabeth Warren crying, that gets me a bit of an erection. But I do have to go. I have my men's mental health group to go to, and unfortunately, the other guy who I run it with isn't going today for the third time in a fucking row. So I have to go run it myself today. Thank you very much for having me on, Monkey. It's been a pleasure, chat, of course, and been a pleasure, of course, Jack, Polly, and German Man. Quick show, is that okay, Monkey?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but guys, I'm about to throw into the chat a bunch of links that you can check out, including my latest video, my Discord, and of course my Twitter account as well, the one that I'm actually using and I'm far more active on. Please go check those out, guys. And I'm off to go run my group. So I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for coming, Bear. Love you, man.
See you guys later. Have a good stream, boys, and have a great day, chat. Bye-bye.
See you, bud.
Bye.
So yeah, they're trying to bring attention to trash on the beaches by having people fuck in it, which is it's kind of weird. Real quick over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Mr. Misanthropic again, who says how to clean beaches. Step 1, set up a booth at Dirty Beach. Step 2, place sign that says free shot, double for a full bucket of trash. Step 3, win. Oh, free yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't call it a win exactly, but you know.
Yeah, give people alcohol to clean up the fucking beach. I don't mind them doing this. It's a noble idea. I just think it's going to kick off trash fetishes. Remember that time?
Volunteers for cleanup.
Oh man. Well, now there's human waste there as well.
Other than the porn stars.
Nice.
What was the other ones I wanted to talk about today? There was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about today. Oh, Pro Jared. I don't know if you guys remember this story.
Nope.
Pro Jared is a game streamer. He doesn't. He does do some Let's Play kind of stuff, but mostly he was known for doing like reviews of games and stuff. He was. I forget what he was part of, but he was part of a big channel as well, and they cut him out because. It came out he was cheating on his wife with that ugly bitch, and then his dick pics came out, and it came out that he was sending his dick pics to underage boys.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this guy.
Yeah, well, he came out yesterday with his rebuttal. After 4 months, he's finally broken his silence.
Don't use that phrase, Monkey. Jesus.
Well,
Rebuttal.
That's what news entertainers say when somebody
It's
finally, like, you know. No, broken his silence.
He did. He's been silent for 4 months.
I guess.
You sit on the dais and be quiet.
Whoa.
He knows why I said that. He came out with a video yesterday, and it was very interesting because there were only two underage boys who claimed that Jared had asked for their nudes. And, well, one of them had showed Tumblr DMs, and it really makes Jared look bad because, you know, yeah, give me them dick pics. What the guy didn't show is that Jared specifically asked if he was 18. And the guy specifically told him, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So that guy's a fucking liar. The other guy, this gets a little convoluted, but he claims that sometime between March and May of 2018, he had this exchange with Pro Jared. No proof offered. He has no screenshots or anything. But where Pro Jared asked for nudes from him, knowing he was underage. Which, okay, that's a he said, she said right there. There's no proof either way. Jared doesn't have any proof. That guy doesn't have any proof. And Jared says he doesn't remember this guy at all, which is fine. Okay. However, this guy who claims that Jared said that also wrote an article, I think it was in Medium, where he tells a story about how he got a traumatic head injury at the end of 2017 and doesn't have any real memories of anything until August of 2018. Now remember, he said this happened in May, at the latest in May of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes on to talk about psychosis and how he had to have himself voluntarily put in the hospital because he told his mom, "I'm going to kill you if you don't take me."
Whoa.
Yeah. So there's no proof, but the guy definitely, what's the word I'm looking for?
Crazy.
Yeah. So again, I don't know if Pro Jared did it or not, but he definitely, it does look like, he just got set up. However, there's one part of this video that bothers me. In the video, because the company he worked for, and I hope somebody mentioned it up top, I can't remember. Normal Boots, thank you. These two kids sent an email to them explaining what happened with Jared, and this was before the scandal all came out. And Jared says they showed him the email when they got it, and he says, when I read it, I thought, well, even I thought I must have done that, so I apologized. Plus, they asked for an apology. I'm like, wait, whoa, time out. Back that up a second. Even you thought you had done it? If somebody came out with allegations like this against me, I'd be like, bullshit. I ain't do that. Because I would know I never did that.
Yeah, but Monkey, see, you're not a soy boy,
Well,
your first instinct is not to bend over and open your butt cheeks and take it.
Well, see, that's not even the thing. For me, when he said that, it was like, what kind of horrible shit do you do that you're like, I might have done that. That might have been. And the funny thing is, he says throughout the whole video, that doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like me. Until he talks about the email, when he's like, I could have done that. I'm like, dude, motherfucker, either you did or you did. And the only way it makes sense that he said that is he's done this so many times where he doesn't ask for age or whatever, that he's like, shit, maybe. The two people who accused him, I would be perfectly fine saying out loud, I think they're both fucking liars, based on the evidence that was shown in that video. But that line, I thought it was, I did that. I'm like, why?
Because he was in Vegas at the time, and we all know the rules. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What I will say, and I've said this so many times, don't do this shit with your fans, because that's what got him in trouble. That's what really got him in trouble. Is he had set up a was it a Tumblr, an Instagram, I forget which, where he was exchanging nudes with his fans. Stop it. Why the fuck would you do that? I want to say this one more time, guys. There's a shit ton of free porn on the internet.
Yep.
Any kind of woman or man that you want to see naked is out there naked.
Not every.
Yeah, obviously fan porn isn't out there.
I guess, I mean, maybe it's an ego thing, like, oh, these people love me. I need to see them naked. I've heard before, like with cam girls and stuff, it's that they get they feel like they're a part of it or something. There's free porn everywhere. I don't get it. I really don't. And in this case, You're talking about asking fans for dick pics, and you're he had a big channel. He had what was it, over 700,000, over 1 million, something like that. He's down to 700,000. Yeah, he was dropping like hundreds of thousands of people a day.
Oof.
And yeah, he's not going to get that back anytime soon, even with his when he brought the tea, as the kids like to say. But that line, man, just it fucked me all up. I'm like, dude, I want to ask each of you, if somebody accused you of something like that, would you be able to say yes or no, you did it?
Instantly.
Yes.
I would think so.
I would know right away. And if somebody accused me when I hadn't done it, I would be like Kavanaugh, man. Everybody's like, he was crazy. No, that's how you act when somebody accuses you of shit you didn't do.
Yeah.
When somebody accuses you of shit you didn't do, you get mad. Professionalism does not compute for retards like Pro Jared. Look, especially at least in one of those cases, he was absolutely set up, because he specifically asked that guy, "You're 18, right?" And the guy said, "Yes. Why else would I be sending nudes?" Okay, you're a fucking liar, dude. You lied and tried to set this guy up.
Well, okay. Sure. I hear the point you're making, Monkey, and I actually don't generally disagree with you on this. However, imagine, if you will, that you were a degenerate.
It's a stretch, Monkey.
It doesn't take much imagination.
But I'm just saying. Well, imagine you're a different kind of degenerate than you are.
Okay.
Okay. And you're on you set up a Tumblr specifically to trade dick pics with people. You're into degenerate shit. You're doing this shit all day long. Okay, let me ask you a question that you might not be sure of within your ballpark. Or wheelhouse, as the kids like to say. Let's say somebody came up and said, you called me a miserable cocksucker and compared me to a diseased part of female anatomy. You'd go, okay, wait, when? Last month? Last week? Because you know what I mean? Like, you'd be a little lost because you do it so much. You tweet so much.
Look, if somebody came at me and said, "Monkey, you called me a dumb fuck," I'd be like, "That's possible."
Right.
Absolutely, that's possible. If somebody came at me and said, "You asked for my dick pic," or even, because it wasn't just for guys, he set it up so guys and girls, "You asked for my nudes," I'd be like, "That shit never happened. That shit never happened." Okay. And there's also, I mean, there'd be, if somebody came at me and said, "You called me a something that I would never say," an insult that, because my insults, they tend to run in a circle.
What if it was something along the lines of that you couldn't be sure that it would have been outside of the realms, but something you might have done unknowingly, for did you know that you called a sitting justice of the Supreme Court a miserable cocksucker? And you'd be like, maybe I did.
But again, that's something that sounds like me. All through this, he's talking about that doesn't sound like me. And then when it gets to that part,
right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Look, you're right. I insult people constantly, man. So if somebody came at me and go, "You called me a dick sucker," I'd be like, "Dick sucker, one, that doesn't sound like something I would say, but it's not out of the realm of possibility." But if they came at me and said, like, "You called me a dirty faggot," I'd be like, "That's not something I say, especially not on air."
Right.
I'd be like,
You
"No,
just did.
Not," but I didn't call anybody that.
I know. It's just,
So I get your point there, Polly. Yeah, you talk a ton, you say a ton of this shit, but you're actually kind of making my point there. If he was always vigilant about asking for the 18 and all that, and he knew he always did it, he'd be like, "No fucking way. No, I always."
Let me clarify here for myself. I mean,
sure.
What was he saying that he doesn't remember doing? Like asking for a dick pic without asking age? Like he said, maybe I did and forgot to ask one time. What was he unclear on?
In the email, they said, and they specified this. that he knew they were underage, and got dick pics anyhow.
Okay.
And took nudes anyhow. That's the part. Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry if I didn't make that part clear. Yeah,
No, you probably did. I just kind of got lost in all the examples I was given. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't understand how you can be like, because that's the part that he knew. He knew how old we were, and they were both 16 at the time.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, that sounds like something I did.
Now, we keep saying underage and it's 16. You probably said the age before, but I don't remember. Is that actually below the age of consent for where he was doing it?
I don't know, to be honest.
I mean, it doesn't make it okay. 16 is still
Sure,
pretty creepy, but I'm just like, is it technically against the law?
Where was he doing it?
Exactly. I don't know.
Over the internet.
I don't know what state.
It's a federal wire crime if he's soliciting underagers.
Good morning, Nuts. How are you,
Okay.
sweetheart? Sorry, my voice was all cracky when I said that. I'm going through puberty again, I guess. No, that line. Everything else he said in that video, I was like, damn, he got fucked. But that line came out when he said, I'm like, wait. And I reached out to him because he whined in there that nobody reached out to him for his side of the story, which Keemstar was like, bullshit, we tried. You had us blocked. So I reached out. I'm like, dude, can you please explain that line? I didn't hear anything from him. So sorry, I can't tell you what his answer is. But that part of it, man, it's like, Jesus fuck, dude. Anyhow, I didn't mean to spend so much time on it. It's just like, you come out with this the tea, man. You brought the tea and you spilled some of it. Like, we got to talk about Ilhan Omar.
I think this may offer a good segue. I've got another story here queued up that I think ties in very well with both.
Oh,
the pro Jared and allows a transition over to Ilhan Omar.
What you
kind
got?
of. This is a good one. From the Toronto Sun, porn site offers town of dildo $100,000 of ad space.
Yeah, Pornhub again. They
No, that's YouPorn.
Oh, is it YouPorn? Sorry,
Yeah,
YouPorn.
not Pornhub. YouPorn.
They're an affiliate.
Yeah, and so the article says, dildo and porn, a fitting match. YouPorn, an X-rated adult website, sent an open letter to Dildo, the Newfoundland and Labrador town that shares its name with a sex toy. No shit. Offering $100,000 worth of free ad space on the porn site's homepage to grow the town's tourism. The letter sent by YouPorn Vice President Charlie Hughes looks to capitalize on the town's recent spike in popularity.
Well,
so
if your town's named Dildo, you should have a ton of. Do you think they have like an antique dildo store?
It's called Vintage Monkey.
It's called what?
Vintage.
Vintage, yes. Oh, I forgot. Yes, it's vintage in porn, isn't it?
Oh God, I don't vintage dildos. This is a disgusting thought,
dude. Haven't you seen those? We covered a story. I can't remember if it was on this show. No, I think we covered it on both. There's this lady who I think she paid like $30,000 for this old dildo.
What?
Hang on, see if I can find.
Can you imagine the patina on that?
Gross, Jack.
You're welcome.
That's why you put a condom over it.
Like maybe I was thinking something that other people weren't, and I just got a filthy mind. Because like just when I think vintage, I think like vintage clothes or vintage furniture, stuff you're going to use. The idea of someone using a vintage dildo, that's gross, man. Don't use hand-me-down sex toys.
This woman's a sex shop owner, and she, how much did she pay? I'm trying to find the dollar amount, and then I'll bring up the story. Back in 2017, it was sold to a private collector for $4,695.97.
Pervert.
I don't know if it says how much she paid this time. Anyway, I'll show the picture here. YouTube, this is educational. Plus, Polly didn't know.
It's cool.
Look at this, man. It's an ivory dildo from a long time ago.
From a long time ago. Like, well, are we talking ancient Egypt or Edwardian
Victorian.
Okay.
Look at that box, man. That's look. That's a
Even the box is old.
yeah. I wonder how many people have had that inside them.
Jesus, no, it's like dildos are like toothbrushes. Get a new one.
Did you wait? There was that chick who not only shares her stepdad with her mom, but shares dildos with her mom. She's on YouTube,
What?
I believe.
What?
Gross.
Okay, so we need to
Bruh.
start a program where you send your used dildos to poor people in other because I mean they're at a distinct sexual disadvantage. They don't have a lion's den on every corner or whatever your local sex shop is called.
Do you think we could troll Riley Dennis into arguing what Jack just suggested?
I know we could.
Probably.
Remember Riley with the poor people should be able to spend their EBT money on anything they want. Don't they deserve lobster every now and then? Get Riley arguing. Share your dildos. Don't poor people deserve deep penetration in the anus? Like
Send your used butt plugs clean, of course. Wash them. And your used dildos also clean and donate them to some second or third world shithole that needs it. I'm sure.
The thing is, guys, this goes 100% counter to one of the founding principles of the internet. Everything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Danger says you may have seen that on a vid hosting site. Not sure it was on YouTube though. Danger, actually, as I think about it, that was on. I know it was on Twitter. I don't remember where else I saw it or where it was actually posted to. Yeah, this woman, she's very adamant that there's nothing wrong with sharing a dildo with her mom.
Gross.
Yeah. She doesn't say at the same time. I want to be clear about that. Not like
I hope not.
just,
We got the double decker.
Mom, where's the dildo? I need to use it for a little while.
ew.
Pinkala said dildos for dysentery.
Yeah. But guys, save those dildos. 100 years from now, somebody might want to buy that.
Can you imagine that? Like that plane of donated sex toys accidentally crashes in the Amazon and some lost tribe thinks they're like holy relics, so they're wandering around with them strapped to their spears and shit.
No, I say
each other.
don't keep the dildos. You don't want to be going through your grandma's old wooden chest and come across that shit after she's passed.
You know that happens,
Fuck.
though. You know that happens.
Yeah, and imagine the therapy. Imagine the cost in therapy. Oof.
You got to go through grandma's stuff, and she's got vintage porn of her taking it in the ass.
No, a real hero would take a bunch of these vintage dildos and go around to old people's houses and hide them in their stuff and then make it look like they had them.
Oh, God.
Like,
How is that heroic?
I think,
Oh.
Polly, I think that was a joke.
Good morning, Weebo. Weebo says, "What the fuck did I just walk into?" We were talking about vintage dildos.
Yep.
I wonder, because I didn't actually look it up. I just remember that story. Vintage. What? Not vintage.
I mean, I'm surprised that the Weibo is confused because I mean, isn't that right up her alleyway?
yeah, I mean, we had a discussion once about vintage vibrators.
See?
From the electric ones from like the 20s and shit. So yeah, this
Oh, yeah.
shouldn't be anything new to her.
Yeah, I'm going to throw.
Also,
I'm not going to
hold
put
on,
them on the screen. Hang on a second, Badger. I'm not
Yeah.
going to throw them on the screen, but this is a story from Redbook. It's vintage sex toys throughout history. It's amazing how much they actually went through the trouble to get the head right. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's the first thing that goes in.
Yeah, but like modern dildos, unless you're buying a like a high tech one, most of them are they're just your standard bullet shape. You know what I mean? They just they don't take the time to get the head right because women don't care about men. They don't care about men.
The craftsmanship of sex toys has really diminished over the years, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It has.
To be artisans.
That's a sentence I never thought I would hear.
Where are the pulsating veins? God damn it!
It's the artistic integrity that's really lost. We used to have Michelangelos of the dildo world, and now what do we have? We have the Marvel Comics of the dildo.
We do.
world.
Yes, exactly. The if you looked at that one, that ivory one, did you notice there was a beautiful heart carved at the bottom?
Well, that's for love.
That's what a dildo is. It's love.
Yeah, it's self-love. And now people don't respect themselves enough to get that quality.
I never thought I would say this, but can we get to the Ilhan Omar story?
Maybe, but there was another story that I wanted to cover when we're done with the Ilhan Omar. It's
real quick. You said that was a segue. How did vintage dildos connect to Ilhan Omar?
Don't you know what she's done?
Ilhan Omar has broken up a family, you guys.
Yeah.
She's a home wrecker.
She's a home wrecker.
Okay. She where's that story? Fuck. I know it's in here because I was laughing at her about it several times. Okay. From now on, anytime she says something, I'm going to ask her, shouldn't she be out somewhere separating children from their father?
Oh.
Well, I can't find the actual story. Anyway, so what happened is this guy who works for her and has gotten quite a bit of money from her campaign.
Hold on, $222,000.
Yes. He's made quite a bit of money working for Miss Omar. Well, his wife came out yesterday and told us all that Ilhan Omar had broken up their marriage. And congratulations, Ilhan, on finding somebody who's not related to you to marry.
Can I just say, kudos to that guy. Not only did he, lay the pipe, but he also got $222,000 in the process.
I think
how strong is his game?
Well, not very.
I mean, sure, he had to fuck Ilhan Omar. That's the downside of it.
Bang her. I'd bang her. I mean,
really?
she'd have to keep that thing on because I don't want to know what's under it. But yeah, I just wonder what her Muslim brothers think about her committing adultery.
What are you even talking about? I don't even know
the Muslim Brotherhood?
Well, okay, Polly. So this guy that worked for her, he was married, and apparently sometime back in April, he told his wife he doesn't want to be with her anymore because he's going to be with Ilhan Omar.
Right.
Real quick, thank you, Pincalo. Speaking of Jesus, did you guys catch the Jesus H. Christ YouTuber calling out his dad and the pedos at the Mormon church? They're backing his ex-wife in a custody battle. I did not see anything about that. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. But Polly, so yeah, this Ilhan has broken up a family, and she's now hanging out with a white man that she's in. They got love, man. They got the love.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
So you got Ilhan Omar, and hold on. They were together. They're still together.
They're still together. She is with this new guy. She broke up a marriage and took the white man for herself.
So she stole some woman's husband, is what the claim here is.
Yes.
Yeah.
She came in with her wily ways, and
she came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, and that's I thought Andy's white. That's really unwoke of her. Doesn't she know how evil we white men are?
To be fair, she is Muslim, so she may have abducted him with the intent of selling him into slavery.
This is true. But we also know it was back last year before, when she said white men were more dangerous than terrorists. She said something.
It's almost like these are just random talking points or something.
I know, right?
No. When she said white men are more dangerous than terrorists, from her, that was a statement of admiration.
Could be.
Yeah, she was like, he really knows how to explode in my crotch. Yeah.
But seriously, this is adultery. I thought the Muslims looked down on that a lot, especially from women.
Well, especially from women. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that'll land you, like neck deep in sand with rocks being thrown at your head. Like,
well, no, the guy's married, but she's not.
That's still adultery.
Well, she didn't commit adultery. He did.
No, she committed fornication though.
Fornication, but no, that's still adultery. She's
a different type of whore, is what I'm saying.
She's committing adultery there because she knows he's married.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ilhan, good job breaking away from the church there.
And where were you? Well, the mosque. Where were you reading this?
Oh, this was all over the internet yesterday, dude.
I'm not surprised that I didn't hear about it from any,
I wish, I don't know.
mainstream sources.
I know.
Yeah.
I know I responded on the one. Hang on. I'm trying to find it, Polly. I'm trying to find the actual story.
Polly, you think mainstream news outlets would report on something that would look that would make Ilhan Omar look bad?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
I went on a full-on fucking Polly rant in front of my fucking mom today. Actually, I got so fucking mad at the Elizabeth Warren thing because she's very much chosen as one of the front runners by the news media, and I went into the whole thing about they're so concerned about cultural appropriation and they're so concerned about like calling everybody a racist, and it's like and my mom said this, what is it with the news that every 2 seconds something's racist nowadays? I'm like, yeah, you noticed it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Polly,
but
real quick, I did throw the link in chat.
Okay, cool. But they didn't just if the way the mainstream media and the way they've dealt with Elizabeth Warren does not reveal their fundamental hypocrisy, nothing really will. And I don't mean to them. I don't expect them. They're scum. They're news entertainers. They're click chasers. Ideologue people that are reporting to each other, not to anybody else. They think of themselves as gatekeepers and opinion shapers of the dirty, unwashed masses. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if the people watching this is like, wait a minute, I thought she said she was Indian, or excuse me, Native, Cherokee, Aboriginal, whatever the fuck the word of the week is. But no, it's just let's just go. Oh no, it's going away. She's a good communist, so it's fine. It's fine. But Donald Trump is still open to being called a racist over and over again for mockingly calling her Pocahontas, apparently with just cause this whole time. But he's still a racist for doing it. But benefiting off of it for decades, stealing jobs and positions that could have been occupied by actual Cherokee people. No, that's not a problem because she's a good commie.
And if you call her Pocahontas now, that is being racist against Indians. Well, if you call her that,
no, because sometimes you have to address Chief Liawatha by a different name. I understand that, but it's not cool, man, because the tribe gets all upset. And by the tribe, I mean the Cleveland Indians.
Real quick.
Don't you mean the Washington Redskins?
There are people calling for her to be investigated over the payments to him because it's reported $230,000 since 2018 for fundraising, consulting, digital communications, internet advertising, and travel expenses.
Which one?
Travel expenses, in and out and in and out and in and out.
That's a lot of mileage. And then the last one that I had that I wanted to talk about. Where'd it go? Where is my story? Oh no, it's not a story. It was Cory Booker. I can't stop making fun of this fucking tweet because, oh my god, Cory said, in my community, kids fear fireworks on the 4th of July because they sound like gunshots. It's the same in so many communities across the country, from Newark to Charlotte, from San Diego to Chicago, and everywhere in between. Enough. So I don't know if he's against fireworks here.
Yeah, firework control, guys. Firework control now.
But there's no kid on the 4th of July who's going, oh my God, they're shooting at us. Because that's the day they know we blow shit up.
No. There are kids who on the 4th of July think, oh my God, they're shooting at us. The issue is
when they're
living in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say they're British kids.
No. They're living in Chicago and they're actually being shot at.
No, look, even because Scribe brought up, if you live in that kind of place and there's somebody sets off a firework, maybe that could, or he brought up it was a car backfiring. That's what it was in New York.
Yeah.
And okay. But we're talking about the 4th of July, for fuck's sake. Bullshit. Now, I do know a lot of kids who don't like the sound. I never liked the sound when I was a kid. Little Butt hates the sound of them, but she loves watching them. But she doesn't hate the sound because she thinks somebody's fucking shooting. It's just because they're fucking loud. but not where Corey lives. No. Apparently in Corey's neighborhood, when the fireworks display they all went to starts, everybody ducks for cover.
Yeah, fucking Newark, man. I know New Jersey people are weird.
Corey, man, shut the fuck up, dude. Seriously.
Mr. Angry Eyes Potato Head.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've been following his Twitter, Monkey. He's making increasingly hardline statements because he's really down to do or die time in the polls, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got people dropping out of the race saying, and why? Why are you dropping out of the race? Well, it's pretty much a three-way tie in between people that aren't Cory Booker.
Or Kamala Harris.
Yeah, exactly. And it's do or die time. So it's that being the case, you need to get noticed. So it might be time for another Spartacus moment for him.
No,
isn't Congress in recess right now?
Yeah. I just read, like, Corey, come on, man. If you wanted to say, somebody setting them off illegally during during the summer, okay. But he actually mentioned on the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a dumb motherfucker, man. Dumb. Have you seen Felicia Flecka talk video about the people of Newark hating Cory Booker because he hasn't done anything for them and the place is a hellhole? I haven't, but I'm not surprised. I did see. Did you guys see the pictures being put up all around New York City? The missing photos for Bill de Blasio.
What has he dropped out in the meantime, or is
no? He's still.
Why? The guy's at 0%. Like,
hey, anybody who's going to make this next debate, anybody who's qualified is not going to drop. And has de Blasio?
No, he hasn't qualified. Where's he going to get the 2% in the polls?
Can you buy those like you can Twitter subscribers?
No. Well, I mean, you can, but only if you're the DNC.
That's right. I knew there was a rule on that.
When it comes to Kamala Harris, it really, like how bad Tulsi Gabbard did her in that one debate and how quickly that slashing she gave her grabbed traction. It makes me think about IO psychology, industrial and organizational psychology, on the ideas of shared perspective. Like it's like everybody was just waiting for a reason to really not like Kamala Harris. And once they were given a solid enough reason, it's like, fuck, finally, there it is. Fuck her. Like nobody wanted to say it up until they had a chance, because it's not like Tulsi Gabbard increased significantly compared to her. She didn't.
Unfortunately, and it's like the one thing though, the threshold for the next Democratic debate in the polls is the candidates need to have 2% in 4 polls by different pollsters. So it's not that
but it has to be certified polls,
and it has to be certified pollsters, and
they haven't done many. They haven't done many polls as part of the problem. That's what
that too.
What Tulsi was complaining about the other day.
Tulsi.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know who has done a lot of polls? The Germans.
The Germans, yes, they fucked them. Tulsi's got it in 2 so far, but yeah, these are the people who haven't qualified yet. Tom Steyer, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Tulsi Gabbard, Marianne Williamson, Kirsten Gillibrand, Michael Bennett, Steve Bullock, Bill de Blasio. He hasn't qualified in any of the polls, so yeah, he's going to be out. John Delaney, Tim Ryan, and Joe Sestak. And this is as of the 26th. So,
but what kills me is because once you're cut out of those debates, which are being run by everybody but Fox, so there's a general consensus of we don't want to make all of these people look bad, and we want to use it as employ our stagecraft as news entertainers to promote the people that we want to see promoted in terms of choosing our candidates. So we can very cleverly either enforce the certified polls standard, or if Elizabeth Warren isn't doing that well, we don't really need to treat that certification as a straitjacket by which we're going to do things. If the candidates that they were in favor of were not running high in the so-called certified polls, I'm positive they would be willing to bend the rules. I mean, with all this goalposts
Sure.
moving, I mean, like, what are you guys, ranting monkey? I mean, geez.
It is funny to me because they haven't done many polls since. This is what Tulsi was upset about, guys. After the first set of debates, in the month that followed, which led up to the next debate, it was a full month, and they had 14 qualifying polls.
Okay.
Oddly enough, all of the front runners have made it in all 14 of those polls. Since then, after the second debate in the month that has followed, they've only had 4. Yeah.
And
Imagine,
Tulsi herself pointed that out.
yeah, Tulsi pointed this out.
Yeah.
Imagine, because I'm with you, Polly, that Tulsi didn't get a big boost. But I think if they had, say, 4 of those qualifying polls in that first week, she probably would have qualified.
Oh yeah.
But she only had that recognition and getting her name out there for what, 2, maybe 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the news cycle changes. So as soon as I saw her point that out, I'm like, oh, these dirty fucks. Dirty fucks.
I got a
there-
question for you, Monkey.
Yeah.
So you got like Crazy Joe,
Mm-hmm.
and lapsing as he does and gaffing awesomely as he does. And then you've got Elizabeth Warren, who's like, well, a miserable position switching bitch. Like, she's just like, whatever. Like, everyone's moving to the left. Well, fuck, Stalin's my boy. Like, this is
Mm-hmm.
who would you want to see in office less? The guy who's suffering mental lapses, or the woman that you can't really trust whatever she says because she's slipperier than a greased eel?
Because I said just the other day, of the candidates, I would rather have Biden if we have to have one of these assholes, and that is because he's a corporate candidate. I don't care what anybody says. He is not left. He's saying what he has to say to get through the primaries, and then he will pull what has been called hard right to get near the center. If he's as mentally incompetent as he seems right now, then absolutely not him. Because I would rather have somebody I disagree with in there than somebody that's has no control of their faculties.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people are reading into Obama not endorsing Joe Biden as being like, why wouldn't you endorse this guy? Even on mainstream news saying like, even former President Obama must know that he's mentally slipping or wouldn't be good for the job. And I'm like, I don't think you can read that into it. I think it's much closer to the mark to say Obama's going to hold back and only endorse when he absolutely needs to. Look how long it took him to stump for Hillary.
Yeah.
It's like, he only when it looked like Donald Trump, like that guy was going to win or was doing much better, then he got really, really active on the campaign trail in 2016. I don't think he's going to throw his hat in for anybody until there's a clear winner. He doesn't want to look like somebody who picks losers.
Sure. If let's play what if.
Okay.
If Hillary hadn't run in 2016 and Biden had, absolutely Obama would have thrown his support behind him immediately. That's his vice president, and to not do so would be saying, I picked the wrong guy. With Hillary in, I don't know if he would have. I think he would have, like you said, he'd stay out if it was Biden versus Hillary in 2016. I think he would have stayed out until a winner was chosen, and that would be the reason. And that wouldn't be the stated reason. He would be, I don't want to influence people. It would be, fuck, I don't want to look like a loser. I think you're absolutely right. I don't think that him not endorsing Biden has jack shit to do with him, what he thinks of Biden. I think it has to do with, he doesn't want to pick a loser. Yeah. And right now, even Biden came out strong, man. We all saw that 30%. One poll had him at 35%, and that poll now has him at fucking 19. He came out strong.
How strong he came out and how he's suffering and up and down. Aggregate polls,
I'm not a fan.
I don't. I mean, I'm not trying to argue in his favor or not. I'm
No,
just trying to say that like the entire base is moving towards the left. If
Yeah.
that's true, Biden would not have come out as strong as he did because he's not a hard left guy. It's the news entertainers pushing towards the left, and it's the progressive caucus inside the DNC pushing towards the left. It's not the mass of the population wanting it.
Well, also when Biden came out, it's not like he came out with a platform. He didn't come out and go, yeah, I'm going to be a corporate Democrat. No, he came out and I'm running for president. I want to make the country better. Trump sucks. Okay. And it's like, well, what are your policies? And like, hold on, I got to have some polls. I got to find out what the people want me to care about. And that's not a joke, guys. He actually did that. He had over on Twitter, he had a page where you could go to go tell him what he should care about. And that's not a joke.
You know what that reminds me of?
Oh, real quick. Rebo says, it's my first day of work, guys. Wish me luck. All the luck in the world, sweetheart. I hope you have a great day. What does that remind you of, Badger?
There is this this politician that you may have heard of, who pretty much does the same thing of trying to listen what the people want, as in governing by polls. Her name is Angela Merkel. She's done that now for 14 years.
Well, we had our own. We had Bill Clinton did that. I mean, he was quite famous for it. It can work, but I prefer somebody who has a set of principles.
It can work if you are if you're a moderate in a moderate country,
Think you're nuts.
But the thing is, Germany's not a moderate country by any measurement.
We haven't done this in a while. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. This is important. Thank you, Logan, for subscribing. But guys, this is the part of the show where I remind you, this show is brought to you by you. And I really do appreciate all of the support. But don't forget to support the gentleman on the dais here. They have various different ways you can do it. And Nuts has been so kind to throw that stuff into chat just a moment ago. So please, guys.
Thank you, Nuts.
If you would support the people that are on the show with me, because they're great guys. The other thing, Polly, about Biden and Obama, it's not even a matter of him going, I don't want to say going crazy, because that's not what it really is. Just becoming an old man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. If you go back to Obama's presidency, there were long times like, where the fuck is Biden? Because they would hide him. Because Biden has a way of sticking his foot in his mouth.
Oh, fuck yeah, he does. Yeah.
The Biden gaffe has been a thing for decades. It predates Obama's presidency. So it might be part that too, where he's just like, yeah, I'll support him if he gets the nomination, but I ain't sure that this motherfucker ain't going to say something stupid. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for Obama not to support yet. And especially with the whole thing about him seeming to become a little bit senile. That's a new thing. That's a brand new thing. If you go back to 2016 and his statements then, he seemed fine. And again, he seemed fine at the beginning of this. It's only as the campaign has started to wrap up that it's like, let that man take a nap, for fuck's sake. Let him take a fucking nap. He doesn't seem to be all there. What do you think of this town in New Hampshire? Man, I love it here in Connecticut.
Vermont,
sorry.
No, you messed it up.
I wasn't the one asked.
Guys, Monkey's getting senile too.
Monkey's been senile. They know me. Y'all know my fucking memory. But ain't nobody voting for me for president. I say fuck too much.
I'll never forget Biden walking out in for Barack Obama up to the podium to talk about the success of the Affordable Care Act. And there's Vice President Joe Biden, and he says, blah, blah, this is a great moment and historic moment. And then everybody applauds, and he turns around to shake Barack Obama's hand as he's walking. It's a great deal. It's a great fucking deal. Right into a hot mic.
Right.
It's a great fucking deal. So, no, you could be all the way to the top of executive functions of the U.S. government and still drop F-bombs, Monkey. It's fine.
But you got to do it on
honestly, we need more politicians to drop F-bombs.
No, see, they've complained about how Trump swore. If I got in there, man, they'd be like, "Oh, dude, we've got to shut his Twitter down."
Yeah. I've seen your Twitter and I agree.
Yeah, that's not presidential at all. But hey, I did have one last thing. And I know we've talked about this idiot before, and she's actually falling into the irrelevance that she deserves. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
She's becoming irrelevant?
Yeah, she's lost a lot of her relevance without Psycat with his hand up her ass puppeting her. She doesn't know what to say. And here you go. This is an example. Well, it's official. Republicans are now arguing that the U.S. isn't and shouldn't be a democracy.
You know shit.
Oh no.
This is what they believe, from lobbyists writing their bills to sabotaging our civil rights, and the GOP works to end democracy. In reality, we have to grow it. And then she links to a New York Times article that's arguing against the Electoral College. Sweetheart, we aren't a fucking democracy. We are not a direct democracy when it comes to electing our president. We are in a lot of other ways when it comes to electing your senator and your representative and your governor. Yes, that is a direct democracy. When it comes to the president and the vice president, we're not a direct democracy, you stupid shit. We never have been.
Yeah, 240 plus years. United States has been doing quite well.
She's actually saying the Republicans are now arguing that the U.S. isn't a democracy. Yes, because it's true, you stupid shit. And this is why.
Go
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead,
first.
Lucky. You first.
All right. I can't not use this as an opportunity where people say, "Oh, well, she's got a degree in political science and international relations," and I say, "Yeah, but there's lots of people that manage to get through." Look at that. Like, the fundamental nature of the U.S. government is lost on her.
Yeah,
you can't use the fact that somebody has a degree as, one, that they're smart, or two, that degrees are useless. Like, it's. I mean, she missed out on something that's so fundamental. She can't even get the three branches of government correct. I mean, but the amount of people that I've heard not like, goddamn girl, who were you blowing at school in the registrar's office so you made it through? Like, that's not the statement. The statement is, see, this proves degrees are useless. No, it just doesn't say very much for, one, the quality of the institutions you went through, or many other things. Like, it's not necessarily an insult to college or university education. I mean, just proof that some idiots can make it through with learning nothing.
Time out. But this goes back to saying that our public education system is fucked, because this is stuff we learn in high school at the latest.
Good point.
At the latest.
Yeah. Didn't
you take a civics class, for fuck's sake? Didn't you ever take American history? What the fuck, woman? But no, what this shows me, and again, she's becoming largely irrelevant. You don't hear her name hardly at all anymore.
Is that how you feel or see it?
That's how I see it right now. Yeah. Unless, and I think this is her trying to get back there, but without Psycat there to, Psycat Chakrabarti, for those of you who are wondering who the fuck I'm talking about, it was her campaign manager. He's the one that auditioned her for the part and ran her office until a month ago now.
Yeah, something like that.
When he went to steal money in different ways.
Subtle. That was
thank you. She doesn't know what to say, and like, if you look at that tweet, that is not something he would have let her tweet it out. It might have been something she could get away with in one of her Instagram videos. Like that's where the Constitution thing came from. But Psycat is smarter than that. He really is. He's not a dumb man. He's just an asshole. This is her trying to think on her own, and holy shit.
She's failing.
Holy shit. Sweetheart.
It's not even that hard to well, no, for some people it is. I take that back. Like, if you just want to ride out your time in Congress, once you've gotten elected, you can do it, because then your constituents are just who you're playing to. You know what I mean? They've demonstrated this through quantitative analysis that a lot of times it's how when you're voting in a new candidate, it's how they play across the board. But to get reelected, it's how you're playing to your constituents almost exclusively. In other words, your constituents are thinking, yes, I want to send this person to Congress to straighten them out. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But for every 2 years after that, at the polls, they're thinking, is this a stand-up person? Is this person for us particularly? It's no longer about like who you're sending out there, but who is sending stuff back to you in terms of funding and representing your interests and so forth. You see what I mean? The difference. So you can ride it out through Congress forever in a day. Just shut up, AOC. But I don't think she can do it. I think she's really in love with the idea that she's hot shit, that she's a celebrity. She loves the cameras, loves the attention. That's my best guess.
Hold that thought. Thank you, Ebony Williams, who says, is this enough incentive for you to start making your stupid poop shirt? She means your stupid shits. You know, I really should. I don't know how many people would buy a you stupid shit shirt. But good morning, Sinatra, who got Schoolhouse Rock wrong when he first tried saying something. He said he learned all of this from school. He meant Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, all you had to do is watch some Schoolhouse Rock. They taught us quite a bit about our government if you paid attention to it. Just getting the kids off to school. It joined. I don't know what that means. Or I join, I think is what he meant. Well, again, dude, you got the link. So if you want to, it's there. I feel like this one might be a long one. We're already at 2.5 hours, man. This one's gone by fast. Yeah. It's gone by fast. I think you're right there, Polly. I think she's addicted to the fame right now. And she went from being entirely irrelevant. She was a waitress in a bar. And that's not to say waitresses in a bar are irrelevant people. They perform a service that is definitely necessary.
They're not public figures.
But that's not famous. You know what I mean? She went from somebody that nobody knew of to on the front page of every fucking news source out there, on the tongue of every news commentator out there, myself included, many, many times. She went from nobody knowing her to being one of the most famous people in the country there for a while.
See, AFC would be one of the few that I would like to have on my tongue, you know?
Oh, God. You and Jack, man. I wouldn't put my dick in that.
No, like if she wasn't so crazy, like she's cute.
She looks like a donkey.
She's got crazy eyes, and I know that's what Jack's into, but Jesus.
Hold on.
What?
So you would smash Susan Wojcicki and Ilhan Omar, but not AOC.
No, AOC looks like a donkey. I'm not into bestiality.
Chad, back me up on this one. Come on. Who's with me on this one? The AOC is hotter than Ilhan Omar and Susan Wojcicki. One, if you think AOC is hotter.
I don't get the Susan Wojcicki thing either, Monkey. I don't. I mean, you disagreed with me on Ramen Hair there from Channel 4 in the UK.
Did I?
Yeah. I said I'd smash that, and you were like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, she's hot as fuck, yo. Them teeth.
Teeth.
Bitch looking for a carrot. Who wants to give it to her?
See, look at all those ones.
Yeah, when she's hiding her face. Yeah, like don't look at me. That bitch looked like a goddamn donkey. Anyhow, if you wanna smash a donkey, I mean that's up to you. I'm not into that. I like people. What can I say? I'm a people person. Can I put a bag over it? Look.
Mikey,
All right.
You should have said you're a man of the people.
Hey, well, I am a man of the people too. If you're in let's say, I don't know, a bar, and her dirty ass is bent over a sink in the bathroom, working the train, maybe you take a turn because you can't see that fucking donkey face. But otherwise,
Jesus Christ, that was okay.
I'm not saying that allegedly. Allegedly, there may be her DNA all over bar rooms across the New York area.
I'm surprised.
You can smash her, but you'd have to you do not have to bring her home. That's fine. I mean, come on, man. Like, this look like a donkey. Anyway, what else do we have going on in the world today?
Won't it be brutal for her if she doesn't get reelected?
It'll destroy her.
Like, I mean, imagine like her station in life going from bartender, supposedly, I really think waitress, but to, you know, expensive, like very expensive apartment in the Naval Yards and buying all new furniture and shit, and then gone. Ouch.
Yeah,
it's
it would
like
destroy her.
Maintain that residence.
Yeah, the thing is, I was about to say, the media is gonna keep her popular and famous in the news second, but probably not, because I mean, if she's not in office, she's not useful for them, so they're gonna drop her like a hot potato.
No, she's gonna get a commentary job at MSNBC. or CNN.
True.
But and I agree with you, Jack. And won't that be golden? She's going to be required to come up with her own off the top of her head commentary that's supposedly insightful on a near daily basis.
Solicitor job, and then it's almost retarded.
Well, she doesn't even have to do it on here. They can start her off as a consultant.
Yeah, and she'll probably get a book deal out of it. And she'll write a book about the Squad or some bullshit like that.
Oh, God.
She'll be a millionaire in 5 years.
I wouldn't be surprised if that book is called Stunning and Brave.
Stunning and Brave.
No, it'll be the Squad story. How we rebelled in Trump's America.
Trump's racist America. It needs to be in there. Come on.
Well, that's redundant, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about her. She'll have a speaking tour, all this other bullshit. She's good at rambling, saying nothing.
Is it like the speaking tour that the Clintons had where like 10 people showed up?
Yeah, but there'll be
awesome.
a bunch of Democratic socialists that are all like, excuse me, that word triggers me.
Foxy asked, what about Ilhan's wrecking a marriage? We talked about that. However, over on the New York Post, the top story today, inside Ilhan Omar's tangled web of relationships.
The moment you said inside Ilhan Omar's, I was worried. I was like, wait a second, where's this going?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be tight in there.
She's really? A very small woman. I mean, she's got a couple kids, but they might be related too.
Yeah, and notice it was the Post, not the Times.
Well, sure, yeah. I prefer the Post to the Times because I feel the Post is more accurate. Plus, they have funnier stories.
Wait. Which Post and which Times? Because they're both,
New York.
Oh, New York. Okay, because in Washington, it's the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Washington Times is the decent one. The Washington Post is the one that left wing and shit.
Decently racist.
Oh, snap. There's a story I'd like to cover if you don't mind, Monkey.
Please. Actually, can I? I'm going to step away again for one moment, if you don't mind. Let's put Badger. You're in charge for a moment.
Don't you dare!
It's never me.
Bitch, it used to always be you.
I don't remember.
You're the responsible one. That's why it was always you.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
More structure.
Okay. So this article comes from the Charlotte Observer. We'll throw the link in chat momentarily as soon as my internet catches up.
Which Charlotte are they observing?
There's only one Charlotte. It's a city.
Oh, okay. You mean I thought maybe a woman named Charlotte, but okay.
No, I'm afraid not. Tourists alerted to mysterious rolling balls of poop in the Great Smoky Mountains.
Wait, what?
In what may be the oddest public notice ever issued by the National Park Service, where people go missing all the time, 411, missing 411 is true. Tourists are being alerted that brown balls are seen rolling across trails in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park are animated animal poop. Yes, bear, deer, and raccoon dookie is moving seemingly on its own. Closer inspection, however...
Was Irate Alex recently on a trip?
Not that we know of.
Okay.
Closer inspection, however, reveals dung beetles, also known as tumblebugs. I've never heard that. It's fucking south. Are the ones behind the balls of, quote, crap. They actually put it in quotes. Which they roll around as part of their birthing process, according to a National Park Facebook post.
Wait. The birthing process includes pooping?
No, they burrow into poop and the parent like lays the eggs and then rolls the poop around him.
Ew!
Yeah.
That's even worse.
You asked.
Yeah, but ew.
It's like they always say, when life gives you crap, roll it into a ball, lay an egg inside, bury it, and use it to nourish your offspring, the post explains. At least that's what dung beetles and tumblebugs do.
God.
Anyone who thinks the Canthan beetles are cute should keep in mind they also like to eat poop, according to North Carolina State University researchers. Well, a lot of money spent on that one, I'm sure. As if to prove beetles are moving the poop, the Park Service posted a video of one of the bugs using its back legs to roll a perfectly formed ball across the trail. Off to one side could be seen the pile of scat and a few flies, from which the ball was carefully crafted. The video has been viewed nearly 10,000 times since Friday and inspired many puns from waste not, want not to this is a bunch of crap.
Nice.
Female tumblebugs lay one egg each in their dung balls so the larvae can develop without having to compete with their siblings for nourishment, according to the National Park Service. The male will help bury the balls of dung in the ground for safekeeping. In doing so, the beetles will grow to about 5/8 of an inch and also do hikers the service of keeping the trails free of aromatic decomposing animal dung, park officials said. So yeah, if you see a mystery ball of poop rolling down the hill, it's really just a dung beetle moving his kids down. And then he's going to go out for cigarettes and never be seen again.
Jesus.
Okay, so
man.
why was that particular story? Why did that catch your interest, Jack? I want to know.
It was funny. The Park Service had to release a statement about why you're seeing balls of poop moving around.
I wonder how many people were like, calling the Park Service going, my God, I saw animated poop balls.
That's just it. You know they had to have had a dozen complaints of mystery balls of poo rolling around. Look, we were on the side of the trail taking a whiz and this ball of poo rolled by.
That someone needs to write a quality SCP on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not the host. You hear this dead silence?
Yeah.
I told you I don't want to do this.
It's not about what you want to do, Badger. It's just the job you've been assigned.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Badger was just sitting here letting us have a lot of dead air because he didn't know how to respond to poop stories.
What was it? What was the title of our story?
I already closed the tab.
Okay, what was it about?
Rolling animated poop balls.
What?
It's in the side chat there. I put it in there a while ago. Yeah, rolling balls of tourists alerted to mysterious rolling balls of poop in the Great Smoky Mountains.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mystery for the ages until somebody was like, "It's bugged, dude."
I love that they use the word alerted. All right.
I thought it was an interesting story because the world needed to know. And
Jackson, the scat play, you don't kink shame him.
The world didn't need to know.
No, I was just I like a good mystery, and it involved poop, so I thought the audience would find it as amusing as I did. So here we are.
I don't think they did.
No, just because you didn't like it.
I feel like those bugs should relocate to San Francisco.
Oh, they would love it there.
Well, they just roll the whole homeless person down. We'd end up with giant mutant bugs.
There you go.
That's how Spider-Man actually came into the world.
That's some food of the gods shit there we don't need.
Oh, we need Poop Man. That sounds like something that Marvel would do.
Poop Man.
Poop Man got bit by a dung beetle. Sorry, guys. More nectar of the gods.
Yes.
And for the record, Nut says she liked your story, Jack.
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you. I'm trying to look out for the audience. It's hard to gauge what they're going to like and what they don't.
They're a fickle bunch.
They are indeed.
I wouldn't go someplace that had rolling balls of shit. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
The Great Smoky Mountains aren't for you.
They're not. One, they're mountains. I try to stay on flat land because I'm a normal human.
Yeah, fuck mountains. Plus, people go missing in national parks. Missing 411.
They get hurt and shit in those all the time. No.
Yeah.
Oh, we should talk about this stupid bitch. Because we've talked about many of these things. Student practicing extreme yoga pose falls 80 feet from balcony.
I heard this story on when he did Lords.
I want to show you guys this stupid bitch. This is what she was doing.
Yeah, that's retarded. But is she dead?
No, she lived. She broke what was it, 110 bones in her body?
What?
Ooh. Yeah.
God
Wait. Humans have over 100 bones in their body.
So they have 208,
It's 206.
206.
Jesus, more than half of her body was broken.
Yeah,
Well, dumb.
let me make sure on the number there.
How is she alive?
Luck, dumb luck. Okay, this one might not have.
Why do the dumbest people always survive, man?
A Mexican college student is alive after falling 80 feet from her balcony while practicing a yoga pose. Alexa Terrazas, 23, was known to do yoga on her sixth-floor apartment balcony, often using the guardrail as a prop for extreme poses. But a risky move nearly cost her life on Saturday as she slipped and landed on the pavement outside her building. Good job, dumbass.
Uh-huh.
We need common sense yoga reform.
We do. This isn't an accident. This is natural selection.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
And you know, since there's pictures, this was on like Instagram or some shit.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
People on social media asked their followers to consider giving blood to help her. But what about what's the word I'm looking for? Bones.
What about
No. You know what she really needs?
A brain?
Well, I think we should give blood, but not to her because she's obviously special needs and Darwin is trying to take her out. So why don't we give it to people that are good people that deserve it and aren't fucking idiots?
Darwin is trying to take her out.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Like it.
Don't you
Oh
know?
man, like when you hear that number of bones, it's like how many of those were vertebrae? Like, god damn, woman, you're gonna be fucked up for the rest of your life. You'd have to imagine.
She was considered to be in critical. She had 11 hours of surgery. She was considered to be in critical condition as of Monday, having suffered fractures to both legs and arms, hips, and head.
Jesus Christ.
Doctors had to reconstruct her legs, and they say that it may be 3 years before she walks again. You know what's going to happen?
Wow.
This bitch is going to walk early because doctors always give you a much longer number than that. They're like Scotty on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
So she'll have a YouTube channel where everybody will clap when she gets up and walks. Like, look, okay. I feel bad for people. I don't hate this woman. I don't think anything bad should happen to her. I hope she's okay. I really do. But my sympathies are reserved for people who didn't do dumb shit to themselves.
Yeah.
You were hanging off a fucking balcony 6 floors up over cement, you dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're a victim of circumstance, all love to you. But dumb is not a circumstance. Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, look, guys, if you're in the area, absolutely help, but give blood all the time when you can. not just because some dumb bitch fell off a balcony she was hanging over. I bet that dumb bitch won't do it twice. Should have somebody put her up there. Yoga kills. What were you going to say, Jack? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, challenge accepted. I bet she goes right back to doing dumb shit like this when she's better.
Probably.
So is extreme yoga a thing?
Oh, yeah.
It is now. Oh, man. Why do people do shit like this? Are Mexicans big on blood donations? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it happens down there. But here in America, we do have a problem where people will only give blood when there's like some major story. There are people who do it all the time. Like Weibo, she donates like every chance she can, which is great. And if you can give blood, please do, because people need it constantly.
Yep.
We have a problem here in the States with that.
I think probably every country has an issue with that. Like, there's not enough people donating blood.
Yeah, and if you can give it, please do. Damn, I got serious and nice there for a minute. What the fuck happened to me?
Yeah.
No,
Monkey, you're getting weird.
Look, I know a lot of people who are alive today because of blood. My little brother is alive today because of people giving blood. And my mom was alive for 14 years of my life because people gave blood. And it is an important thing, guys. It really is. So if you take nothing else from this show, take this. Susan Wojcicki's kind of a dumb cunt, and give blood.
Yep.
And the rolling poop is done by beetles. It's not
No.
Yes.
Don't forget the mystery.
Go away with the rolling poop.
It is funny. I don't know what.
It's disgusting.
So tight.
Manic says, doesn't America pay for blood donations? I've never lived anywhere that they do.
No, there are private companies that will buy blood, but they're not allowed to use it for blood transfusions. So if you're selling your blood, you're not actually helping anyone. They're just selling it to research labs.
Yeah.
Really?
In Germany, in case anyone German is watching and thinks about donating blood, you do get a little bit of money. I think $10 or so, and I think they also give you like some candy, which is nice.
We get a cookie and some orange juice.
Pretty much.
You also get candy, which is nice.
Hey, come on, free candy.
It's fine. It's
$10.
fun.
I think it's $20. $20 and free candy? Hell yeah! Sign me up.
Grill and Pirate Pete says you can sell your plasma. Yeah, I know there's groups that'll pay for plasma.
Yeah, that's the same thing. They're not using it to help people. It's done for research purposes only. It's not for transfusions.
Yeah, it's not about the underground society of vampires who need you for food or anything.
No, we actually had a small problem right after 9/11 with too much blood coming in. Where they couldn't store it properly or something. But yeah, we here in the States, that seems to be the thing. You have to have some major tragedy for everybody to go, oh shit, yeah, we got to get blood.
With all that extra blood, the vampires were getting fat, and it was leading to diabetic vampires. And now we have to have them on exercise programs and kidney dialysis. It's awful.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I put out on Twitter just a moment ago, just a reminder, please give blood if you can. And the first thing I got back was, what happened now? People expect we only give blood when something bad happens. Sorry, just answering this. I don't want people to be worried that there was like a mass shooting or something. What else we got going on today? Oh, it's been a fun day. I've enjoyed this one. It's been a lot of fun. It's going by fast, man. Oh, I should apologize to anybody who's been looking out because I've told you guys several times that I'll be doing game streams and then I go to sleep. Sorry, I've been tired. Got off the show last night, man, and I passed out. I laid down in bed, didn't turn on the TV, and didn't wake up till like it was 4:30, something like that. I was like,
damn, dude.
Yeah, for me, that's a long time. 5 to 5.5 hours of sleep. Dude, I was like, I got a little bit of a chubby. No, I didn't have a chubby.
Oh,
Foxy says, I have more VA appointments today. I hope everything's going well. And RVA Dar says, glad to catch this live. And Mumbling American says, fuck me, marathon stream, love it. I hope you guys are enjoying what you see, because if you don't, then we're not doing our job properly. And I'd have to fire these guys, and I haven't even hired them, so that's horrible.
It's not much of a firing if you're not paying us.
Get fired from a job you don't even have. That would suck.
jeez.
Won't be the first time.
It would for me.
Yeah, give it time.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
got to be the right kind of asshole to get fired from a job that you don't have. Do you guys have a preview of what you'll talk about tonight on Comic Book Curation over on Polydub's channel sometime after 10 p.m. tonight?
Yeah, I've got a number of stories that are all set up. Hey, Jack, did you hear about Mark Waid?
No, I saw somebody mention something in chat, but I've been kind of on the loop because I've been so busy lately.
Good. You'll probably. I was about to say then it'll be a surprise, but you'll probably hear about it before I get a chance to talk about it. You know, Schlumberger, how he what's that guy's name? Guy who does Mall or whatever. He wrote the article where he called Donald Trump Orange Skull.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he got his little essay disallowed. More or less the same thing happened to Mark Waid. So the 1000th issue of Marvel Comics is coming out. And it's a part of Marvel Comics' 80th anniversary celebration. And so they asked Mark Waid to write an essay about Captain America, and they pulled the article because Mark Waid just talked about how bad America was through the whole thing, like the country.
Oh, that sounds right.
Like seriously, and I've got the original essay to read,
Sweet.
and it's like monkey. You got like it. We talk a lot about this guy Mark Waid, that he's lost his mind. Like Mark Waid really did write some legendary stories. There's a reason he has the reputation that he does.
Mm-hmm.
But now all he's doing is just.
He's got the derangement syndrome like you would not believe.
Absolutely. Where it's just like, I mean, think about it, monkey. The guy for Marvel's 80th anniversary, he's been in the field for decades. He's written for Captain America. So he's written every character all over the place. He's worked for Marvel, DC, Image, you name it. He's asked to write about Captain America. And so he takes it as an opportunity to talk about how bad America is, how everyone's, all sorts of people are denied their rights. America may have some good points, but we've got so much further to go. And it's like, okay, Wade, comics. Are you going to talk about the character at any point?
Now, see, back in the 90s, he used to write Captain America, and he was awesome on it. I had a copy that I had him autograph at a convention one year, and that was a huge deal for me. I really, really thought that was awesome. I had it framed and everything. Then it turns out he's a crackpot. So,
Nice.
yeah, what are you going to do?
Danger Spaces says you can't fire him; they quit. What was his best run of comics? Would you say?
I think most people would probably say Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
But I would say his Captain America work was probably his best.
Yeah. His Avengers run, like it was back in the day when you would just write good long stories and you could get away. Arcs weren't a thing back. Like everything was a story arc. Though there weren't events all over the place. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
But it's not just that he turned into a Trump derangement crazed psycho. It's that he actually has gone down in the quality of his stories. His run on Daredevil fairly recently was awful.
Yeah. He either lost his interest in it or his passion or whatever, or he's gotten tremendously worse as a writer.
It could be either. I mean, Van Sciver, who like kind of knows him pretty well or has, worked in and around him for years and knows what he's like, says he's just not paying attention anymore. That's his assertion. That he's just he's assuming whatever he does is good. He's not spending the time on the craft that he used to. Maybe. I mean, I don't know him personally at all, so I couldn't say. But
On the screen, this is a picture Jordan worked up.
For fuck's sake.
we can't.
I love Badger driving over here. That's good. That's good.
Jesus.
No, back in the day, as I was reading the Venom saga that I got, I forget the name, the exact name of the book, but it was amazing how there weren't events. It was just this story that kept going that would go through, because a lot of the stories, it's Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, but they all connect and make this wonderful, beautiful story that you could follow the whole time without it just being, okay, we've got to have a 10-issue special here to introduce a new bad guy.
Yeah,
Everything was a story arc back in the day. That's just how you
Yeah.
wrote it.
Well,
And because writers would be on for a reasonable amount of time, not just 1 or 2 issues at a time. You know what I mean?
well, they were more like soap operas. They had that operatic feel to it, where it was, an ongoing thing that you could jump in and out of occasionally and still not be too lost. But they lost that because, like you said, they boot people off the books, and a lot of the writers have no real interest in the characters.
And then, did you guys hear about She-Hulk on Disney Plus?
No.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
Yes, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel are going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Mumbling American says, I'm going to give blood for the first time. Where's my candy? Badger's got it.
Yep. It's all mine. Try and get it.
Sorry, guys. I got one more story that I did want to cover, and I forgot about this just because, wow. Zoe Quinn accuses Night in the Woods dev of abuse.
Yeah. Everyone was talking about that today. Then Zoe Quinn's back again. What do you out of money, Zoe? Is kind of the...
Well,
Most likely she is.
here's my thing. Zoe, sweetheart, I need you to listen to me, and I know you're not.
Hell of a sales pitch right there.
Stop talking to men. You apparently have the worst possible taste, because every man you've known has abused you. Did you guys read her account of this?
Yeah.
No.
According to her, he used to drag her around the house by her pussy.
Well, that takes grabbing them by the pussy to a whole new level, doesn't it?
Yeah, he would just jam a finger up there and just like run her around the house. Like,
Sorry, but how dry must she have been? Because if she wasn't,
yeah, it should have slipped right out.
That's slippery. Like, no way.
Well, her story goes like this. She was in a bad relationship.
No shit.
Hang on. She was in a bad relationship with somebody who was sexually abusive. But she was talking to this guy online.
Of course.
That shouldn't raise any red flags, Zoe.
No.
Who told her that she should come hang out for 2 weeks. And if she bought her ticket down there, he'd pay for one back because she couldn't afford it herself.
Yeah, because that
So
doesn't.
she really is broke. Okay.
So she gets there and he isolates her from all her friends and keeps her there for a month, where he does things like drag her around by her pussy. Sorry.
Oh God. And he called it the meat hook.
And then and then finally she was able to get away when one of her friends helped her. That's the story.
Jesus.
And like you said, Polly, I'm guessing she's out of money because she says she didn't. Okay. I've been silent about this for almost my entire career, and I can't do it anymore. Sorry if this is rambling and messy. I'm scared shitless to out an industry legend like this, but I can't live with the secret anymore. I'll throw the link in there for those of you who are not blocked by Zoe. I'm not. I don't say horrible shit to her. I just read the stupid shit she says. But yeah, for the record, if you do go in here and say horrible shit to her, she will block you. She's not above that. Where's my chat? There it is. Bam. Speaking of chat, this is a good time to remind you, Ranting Monkey and Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you because you guys are fucking amazing. You guys support me in ways that I never thought possible, and I do appreciate it so much. But don't forget to support the guys on the dais, man. The links to support them have been being thrown in the chat from our wonderful, beautiful sweetheart, Stargazer Nuts. And please support them if you can. Gentlemen.
Where?
Have you ever been have you ever been walked around the house by your pussy? Have you ever done that to
Say I
someone?
have.
Cats have led me around before, so I guess that's fair. They're like, "Hey, come over here and check this out. It's my empty food dish. Feed me, you fucker." So I guess that's legit. Yeah.
I don't even get it. It's like this didn't happen recently, Zoe. What it? I
She's
just
scared,
can't deal with it
Ollie.
anymore. What caused the dam to break? What was the final straw?
It was the zeros.
What was that, Jack?
It was the zeros in her bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opened the floodgates right up. Which is incidentally how you get more than 2 fingers in her vagina.
And you know what? I will add a little bit of ego to this kind of conversation because in DMs, Jack and Quiz and what's his name, Shady, we're all talking about this, and I made a mention. It's like Ethan Van Sciver is finally shipping Cyberfrog. Right, this is his crowdfunded comic. Ethan Van Sciver, very high profile guy in Comicsgate. It's taken him a long time to get around to it. It's many months late. 8 months late. And my comment was, yeah, annoys me too. Yeah, I paid for it. And yeah, that's obnoxious. Ethan, you got to get better at your time estimates and you got to get more efficient, man. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's like your boy, Zach, Richard Meyer, and getting stuff like, on that. But I didn't have a doubt that it was going to come out. Where you have Zoe Quinn, on the other hand, who took in just shy of 90 grand for a game that she didn't produce.
Don't call that a game.
Well, no, this isn't even Depression Quest. This is another game.
I didn't know she tried it with another game.
She pulls in 90 grand, doesn't finish the game. There's no chance that she's going to finish the game. Everybody knows that. The money's gone, man. She spent it on whatever, And Anita Sarkeesian, same thing. Like these are now their followers don't really get on them for that. When you read at the GoFundMe page, it'll be like, we'd like to hear something from you. There's no one outright calling them scamsters. Now, over in Comicsgate, there's people calling Van Sciver a scamster.
Well, that's the difference between capitalists and communists. The people that are donating to people like Zoe are virtue signaling. That's a virtue signal donation.
Right.
That's charity money. Whereas people that are buying something from Ethan are buying something. That's the distinction I would draw.
And I think when I said let a little ego into it, I think there's a little bit more honesty and a little bit more quickness to like, yeah, I'm going to support this guy, but I'm going to back off when you turn into a liar or you do this or you've gone too far supporting guys that we don't like inside Comicsgate, like War Council or War Campaign. You've gone too far with this. Like people will actually call people out. You don't ever see anyone calling out Zoe Quinn of her followers or Anita Sarkeesian because to call them out means that you hate feminism. You know what I mean?
You hate women, not just feminism.
Yeah, and they're not willing to do that. It's like, no, support, always support, always support. It's like, even when they're just like obviously ripping you off, even when they're selling you the idea of 25 grand to start a fucking Discord server, like Anita Sarkeesian actually did.
Well, you see, she was going to start one, but the patriarchy got in the way. So they can explain it away. It's sort of like donating to the church. It's all very nebulous and it makes you feel good, and you don't really care what happens to the money because you're doing it for the spiritual aspect. That's what I'm saying. It's a virtue signal.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I get the annoyance with Ethan Van Sciver on the time, especially because of how many different campaigns he ran on it. I get that, but hey, fuck it, it's shipping. And what's the guy's name who did Hawaiian Dick? What's his name? I keep forgetting.
More.
B. Claymore. Now, here's a guy that's never going to fucking complete his comic. There's Pace.
Richard Pace. Yeah.
Richard Pace. I mean, that motherfucker is running around shopping his ex Vertigo comic, the one about Second Coming, right? And it's like, oh, they're trying to shut me down, and I'm going to shop this comic all over the place. And who do you end up selling it to? Image?
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy. And dude, instead of complaining about how people are trying to shut you down, religious right folks are talking about your awful idea of the second coming of Jesus and roommating with a superhero and blah, blah, blah. Your, 15 years late edgy comic. Why don't you finish the one that you took the money for on GoFundMe? So it's like, yeah, you know what? I feel the same way as people do Van Sciver. It's like, dude, you're not nearly efficient enough. You shouldn't be up on Twitter as much as you are, live streaming as much as you are, if you haven't finished your book. But I never really had a doubt that he was going to finish it. And I really love seeing people toasting, if not roasting, Van Sciver for how long he took. Because you never see that shit happen with Quinn and her little Stan posse.
Well, I just think he's making very foolish business decisions by doing this because he's going to lose a lot on the next several campaigns. 8 months late is unacceptable. That's ridiculous amount of time to come up because he's on fucking YouTube all the time.
Well, yeah, that's part of the problem. What was the original time frame?
He was supposed to have it out by November last year or August, one of the two.
Yeah, but how much time did he give himself?
Like 6 months.
So 14 months ish.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not a standard 22-page floppy in all honesty, but nonetheless, that's still too long. Like, it's not like I disagree with you, Jack. I hear it. I think it will hurt him on the next fundraising. When Zach runs something, it's like, dude, 60 days and it's shipping. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem. You mentioned he's on YouTube a lot. I've seen that with a lot of people who do projects, we'll call them, because it's not comic books necessarily, but books or that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And they end up talking about it more than actually doing it.
Yeah. We used to see this when I was taking creative writing classes in college. People sitting around talking about, oh, my book is going to do this. It's about this, and it's got this in it. And that's all they do is talk about it. They never actually sit down and do the work. And that's what it was starting to look like with Van Sciver, because he was on live streams all the time saying, oh, yeah, I'm working hard on it. We are on a 4-hour fucking live stream. You could be spending half that time working on the stupid book. And you
have a good day, Logan. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. Bye, Logan. No, he could have been spending a lot of that time doing the work, but he has either very bad time management or the attention span of a gopher.
Well, there was a time when I wanted to write a book. I'd still like to, but I don't have the dedication. But I used to read a lot of stuff from writers, and there was this one that really stuck with me. He said he gets offended. He gets offended because people would come up to him and say, I'd write a book if I had the time. I'd write a book if I had the time. And he goes, you know what? If you sit down and if you just sit down and write, you can write a couple of pages in an hour.
Yeah.
He goes, it doesn't take that much time. You just have to be dedicated. He says, so what it says to me is these people just think I have tons of fucking free time that they don't, where it's not. It's I actually have dedication to what I'm fucking doing.
Well, that's just it. My brother once said that it was motivation is better than discipline is better than motivation.
Absolutely.
You wait around for motivation all day long, and it's not going to come because you're doing 50 other things and goofing off. But if you force yourself to sit down and do it, I would write 2 pages a day to get my books done. And I did 1 book in 30 days, which shows if you read it, because what the hell's editing? I'm not paying for that. But yeah, you can do that and get it done in a time frame that is reasonable. And then you can project your next project, approximately how long it will take, add a few extra weeks or so for whatever potential delays, and then you'll be able to pace yourself and know how you do your work.
Okay, you know what? I see what you guys are getting at. I know I said I'd have the video out on Sunday, but it took me a little longer than I thought. And there's the link in chat. The video's up, god damn it. I finished it today.
Well, if you had disciplined yourself, it would have been out.
No,
But seriously, that's the link is in chat to that video where Jack, Quiz, and I go over Amazing Spider-Man 26 and 27, and oh my god.
The shit show that was.
Jack, I wouldn't try to lecture Polly. You see his avatar? He's holding a gun. Like,
and it's pointed at you, Jack.
yeah.
We're not actually in the same room, so I'm not too worried right now.
It's going top
Gotta be
right.
careful,
That's
though.
Perfect.
I remember something about pistol whipping.
Actually, that editing job was one of the more difficult ones that I've done. Fuck, we know how to talk, Jack. Jesus.
Well, we covered a lot of territory, and you did an amazing job shrinking an hour and a half down to 20 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and a half to 22 minutes.
Hands up, don't shoot. That's right. No, even because, and Polly, no, this isn't about you. This is actually about me. Back when I made videos daily, it was a chore sometimes. It's like, no, you have to sit down and do this. And it's not that, granted, my videos are pretty easy to make, but it's very easy to let yourself, I'll do it in a little bit. I'll do it tomorrow. And that's what happens with and I don't know what's going on with Ethan. I'm not in his life. I don't follow him. But like I said, I've seen so many people on YouTube, especially, man, YouTube is bad for it. Where they will tell you, I got this project going. And like, okay, well, when's it gonna be done? Like, I'm working on it. By the way, let's talk for 4 or 5 hours.
Exactly.
Well,
Didn't that guy with the glasses do that with a movie he was supposed to do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Took
did.
the money for it, and for a game show that they were going to do as well. It was a movie and then a game show that never ended up happening, even though they built the set and then wild.
Yeah. So, like you said, dedication far greater than motivation, because motivation ain't always going to come.
You got to be disciplined, and I have not to toot my own horn here, but I have stuff scheduled out. Like, I try and do a bunch of stuff at once, so I have a little cushion in case something comes up, and then you can, if something comes up, you don't have to worry about it. You've already got something scheduled out so that it will go live. But if you're constantly working, you'll be that far out all the time, and you'll be consistently ahead. So just sit down and do the work.
I think about it in the terms of our military. Do you think those guys want to run 3 miles at 6 o'clock in the morning? No, there's a motherfucker that making them do that shit.
Yeah.
And it becomes a source of pride to them. It's dedication to it that makes it happen. It's not, man, I'm motivated to go run for no fucking reason at the crack of dawn.
Well, Sean says it's not all about you, Polly. Yeah, no, I know it's not. I was just using that as a cheap segue to.
It's
link
all
to
about Polly.
The new video I put
always-
up.
Shilling.
It's
shilling.
always about Polly. Everything.
No, I realized it wasn't about me. It was just an opportunity to shill. So
It was a beautiful segue, Polly. It was well done. Well done indeed.
But the okay, so two different YouTubers when you were talking about there. So you got your boy Zach, Richard Meyer, right? And he puts out stuff like crazy. And you mentioned the military. You think they want to do that? Well, okay, this guy, a Marine, yeah, he's got that military mindset. Jack and Quiz and I have talked about it. He just sounds like it. Like, I got to do this, and it's got to be this one thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to accomplish this one thing today. He's got that, wake up in the morning and make your bed because it sets the pattern for the rest of your day kind of mentality. You know what I mean? And it works for him. Holy shit. When he's like, my plan is to, from the day that the campaign, the Indiegogo campaign ends, 60 days later, it's shipping, which means I need to have it started. I need to have it completely written. I need to have at least this many pages done before the campaign even starts. And it's like, see, that's the discipline mentality that you're talking about there, or that one should aim for. Fuck, I'd love to have half that guy's discipline. Holy shit.
All you got, there's no secret to it. That's the thing. There's no secret. It's literally just making yourself do it.
Well, I will tell you this. There's another comics and politics streamer that I watch. Well, content creator in general that I watch, Young Ripper 59, Eric July. And he put up this video about like a week and a half ago, and it was called, I can't remember what the title of the video was, or if it was just words in the thumbnail. It was like the one thing that every YouTuber should do, right? And it's a 20-minute video, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this because he's a smart guy and he's charismatic and he's talking. So like, I want to hear what his one thing is, and you know, skip to the last page. It's discipline. That was the one thing.
Yeah.
Beyond, he goes, I don't hear enough YouTubers talk about it. I don't hear enough content creators. Yes, it's your content. Yes, it's your style. Yes, it's your approach. Yes, it's all this stuff. And he like pointed at like his camera and his soundboard, the equipment. You know what I mean? Because it's all these things. But if you don't have discipline, none of this shit's going to make up for it.
Yeah, there's.
After he had been talking, I paused the video. Like I said, it was like a little bit over 20 minutes. I paused it at 12 minutes. I had never done so much cleaning in my life because of how badly disorganized I felt after listening to this guy talk. Seriously, I started cleaning shit and doing laundry just to like get on some Jordan Peterson clean your room shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just.
What were you about to say there, Jack?
I don't remember. No, I think discipline is really something that YouTubers lack. And how often do you hear people say, "Oh, I'm just bored with it"?
Yeah.
Well, then they quit doing it. Quit bitching instead.
If you go back and listen to any time somebody's asked me, you know, how do I get into this? What it's just do it. That is how you do. Excuse me, how you do YouTube. Just fucking do it. There's so many people that think you have to go out there and you have to buy a soundboard. You know what my soundboard is? It's my fucking computer. You know, my first video editing software was just the Microsoft built it. What was it called? Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Movie Maker.
I learned how to use it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's so many people. Oh no, I have to get Adobe Photoshop and Premiere, or I have to go out and get Vegas. No, you don't. You can do it from your fucking phone. The thing. How do you do it? Do it. That's it. There's no secret past that. Now, how do you become more entertaining, and how do you do other things? Those are all fine to go learn. But how do you make a video? You sit the fuck down and you make a video. That's it. There's no secret. And he's right. There aren't enough people who talk about it. Everybody thinks production is such a big deal. And if you look at like how much love Contra gets so much love because high production values. They never talk about the content. They never talk about what great content Contra puts out. It's always, look at the high production values. All right. And yeah, I mean, if you're a stupid fucking liberal, you might get some news articles written about you. But if you go and look at Bearing, how many fucking subs does Bearing have now? Does anybody know?
500,000, does it?
Yeah, he's over 500,000. His video quality is, I mean, the quality's fine, but the production value is shit. It's news articles that float across the screen with a bear running in the background sometimes, or a shot of the water around Australia. There's no high production value there. He just puts out quality content. What he says is interesting, and he makes good points, and people flock to that. The idea, I know a lot of people love like the game theorists, and they do some really interesting stuff, but their content would be just as interesting if they were just talking about it. So many people put such a high premium on making it look beautiful. It's got to be flashy. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. If you want to make YouTube videos, sit the fuck down, write yourself a script, and fucking make the video. It's that easy.
Yeah, that easy. I fell into that same trap over on Twitch. I think it goes for anything, whether you're doing YouTube videos or any other kind of content, whether you're live streaming. Sure, there is an argument to be made for, you know, a higher production value, if, you know, for yourself really, and to basically to please yourself artistically, if you will. But for the audience, it really doesn't matter. If your content is good, your content is good, and production value is not just secondary, but further behind.
The
Go
amount of time that I spend tweaking something for something that no one will ever notice, it's not good.
Yeah.
No, and look, I'm not knocking production value. If you can get high production value, that's fine, but it should never stop your content from coming out. I've talked about this, and again, I forget his name, but there's an author out there who he writes like 3 or 4 books a year, and he puts them out, and he sells really good. He's one of the most prolific writers out there. And again, I can't remember his fucking name. Dean something.
Koontz?
No. Dean might even be his last name. I can't remember. But he talks about this a lot. He's like, people will write a book and then they will spend 5 years in the editing process, changing everything. They're not actually helping the story. They're just trying to make it perfect, which you'll never get.
No,
So
you
write your
sit and tweak it all day long. It's not
Yeah.
your duty, but
write your story and put it out. And that's the same with videos. Just sit the fuck. There's 183 people watching us right now. Look at this awesome production value.
Hey! Are you ripping on StreamYard right now?
No, I'm ripping on the fact that I'm ripping on me right now.
Oh. Then go ahead.
And granted, I'm limited, and I would love to have fancier stuff, but
which is why you need to sign up for his Patreon.
indeed, well, yeah, help me move. The Ranting Monkey Help Me Move Fund. No, excuse me. No, that's not a fund. Polly would approve of that kind of fund. What kind of fun can we have tonight? The Zoe Quinn shouldn't be drug around by her pussy fund is what we're raising money for now.
Oh yeah, and Farr said a little while back it adds a whole new meaning to grab her by the pussy.
It does, yeah. I mean, I never thought of even trying that.
We could also raise money for the Ilhan Omar Home Wrecker Fund.
Oh yeah,
that's not even
a good
physically possible. I mean, come on.
Well, maybe she's real tight, man.
Like I've seen her naked photos. That's not a thin waif of a girl. I mean, it.
Wait, Zoe Quinn has nudes?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta go see. She's an
Why?
ugly woman.
She she posed for Suicide Girls.
Kid. Images. There we go.
She's a little chubby, but not altogether unattractive in a general sort of vague sense.
This is from a little while ago. What is wrong with her puss? Oh, that's just a okay. It's an unfortunate crease. All right, that's all right. No, I don't want to. Okay, it looks like she kind of has like a third lip. It's an unfortunate crease the way she's standing. Yes, this is the time of the show where we objectify women.
I mean, isn't literally every single
isn't that the whole show?
No, we talk other things.
I think every single photo that was in that set from Suicide Girls is up on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Well, there's a lot. Yeah, she's not I'd bang her. Not now. I mean, her face, man. Stop whatever you're doing, honey, because you used to be. I mean, okay. Yeah, I'd do it. Not with that third lip, though. Got to put that away. Ebony says super late, but Polly. There you go.
Hello, Ebony.
It's one thing to have a fold monkey. It's another to have roast beef lips hanging in the skirt. Well, she doesn't. From what I saw, there were none of them opened up. They were all, Playboy style photos. Good morning, Scribbles.
And that's the point of Suicide Girls is like tatted, pale, emo goth girls, which those girls can be pretty hot. It's just
she's not pretty hot. She's like a a Midwestern 6, maybe Midwestern 7. Naked, not. Don't look at her face.
That's a Midwestern 6, maybe 7. What?
Yeah. Dude, you ever been to the Midwest?
Midwestern girls, I don't know.
Midwestern girls must be ugly, man.
They're not. Monkeys just biased.
Yeah, Jack's got it right. They're just a little chubby. That's all right. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about dedication. I'm dedicated to talking about Zoe Quinn's twat. Yeah, she's a 6, maybe a 7.
If she's going to come back up in the news, we got to get back into like, you know, she's not Zendaya. She's Zendaya Coleman, and it's not fucking Zoe Quinn. It's what's her name? Chelsea Vandenberg.
Oh, is that her real name?
Yeah, her name's not Zoe Quinn, man. I mean,
but people name their kids stupid shit.
Well, they do, but I mean, she picked Zoe because it's like,
no,
you know, Twilight thinking. You know what I mean? She picked Quinn because of Harley Quinn, and then she decided my middle name is Tiberius because Star Trek Captain Kirk.
She did not.
Yes, she did. Yeah. She's Zoe Tiberius Quinn.
All right, Zoe, your pussy is ugly, and you need to stop that.
I agree, you know, but so that's why she's Chelsea Vandenberg, I believe.
Nuts just gave me the finger. I'm assuming that's for saying that Midwestern girls are chubby. What? They are. There's nothing. I like a little chub on my girl. We've talked about this. Shroom says it's called being corn-fed farming women. I understand that, but see, that's kind of comparing them to cows. I don't want to do that. Corn-fed beef, man. No, I like Midwestern girls. I'm not being mean. I think they're most of the time prettier than your Hollywood starlets because that shit looks fake as hell. To me, Hollywood starlets, they're the fake titties of women. I prefer a nice Midwestern girl. She's a Midwest 6. Yeah, she's about a 6. What? Don't be upset. Grass-fed is better. Jesus Christ, Bengala. I wouldn't be surprised if she was grass-fed. She's probably a vegan.
Jesus Christ.
I prefer my free range.
Yeah. She turned vegan and got an extra lip. You know what? Maybe, Polly, maybe that extra lip allowed him to get a better hold.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's just a fold from all the dudes that have been through there.
Yeah, but she got some good press out of it. The Dems realize that AOC is too extreme and would lose them votes. She's probably been told to back off as they're pushing for Biden. She's been told to back off at least twice publicly that we know.
Twice publicly. That tells you behind closed doors. Make that 10 times of that. You know?
She doesn't have to listen to that racist Pelosi.
Yeah. Pelosi's told her at least twice, and there was 4 months in between it to calm the fuck down, and she doesn't do it because she's an attention whore. She really, really is.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think she's quieting down because of that, because she never has in the past. In the past, when Pelosi's told her to shut the fuck up, she's gotten louder.
She called her a racist.
Yeah, she did. Well, no, I wasn't calling her racist. Like, bitch, you just called her racist.
Yeah.
You just said it's amazing how she only goes after women of color. What did you mean by that exactly? Exactly. We know what she meant. We know what she meant. She was trying to play the racist card on fucking Nancy Pelosi. Which I'm not saying isn't true, but not in the context she used it. She's calling you out because you fuckers you're ruining things. As for the leftists of it, no, that's where the campaign is headed. Even with Biden is pulled to the left because he has to in the primary. We're just seeing it a lot more now because of how many of them there are. Which is really weird. None of them are trying to break out. Sorry to get us back on politics, but it is weird that none of these people are trying to separate themselves from the pack. They're all just offering the same platform, just in slightly different wording.
Well, they do try to separate from the pack. It's just that they all try to separate to the left.
Well, no, they've all gone. They've all gone to we need universal health care. Even Biden, he's like, we need to work up to it through Obamacare, not by just getting rid of it. Excuse, I'm so sorry, guys. My throat is giving out on me here. But none of them are like offering alternatives to each other. The closest we get is that every time Warren speaks, she's spending more money. That bitch thinks that she's gonna have our fucking budget at like $20 trillion a year. The last thing I forget what it even was. The last thing that she was talking about would add $1.6 trillion to the budget every year for the next 10 years. We're talking a quarter of our budget right there. This crazy bitch. Actually, almost half of our budget right now.
Yeah, we could just print some more money. That's how that works, right?
Yeah. We'll just print more money because they're fucking. But it is amazing to me that none of them are really trying to separate themselves, which is what I thought Biden would be doing. But he's too busy trying to remember who he is.
Where he is.
My name is Joe, but I don't remember any more than that.
Are you my mommy?
It's incredible to me that to see two men who are so similar in age, with Joe Biden being 76 and Trump being like 73 now,
something like that, yeah.
And just being so different in the way they behave, and Trump just being pretty energetic and you know.
Well, I mean, you got to remember that Trump's a CEO. He works probably 16, 18-hour days normally.
Yeah. But wouldn't that leave more of a toll on your body than Joe? I sit in my chair and just I swing the gavel and, you know, Mr. Joe Biden, like when being a CEO, 16, 18-hour work days, wouldn't that take more of a toll on your body?
Depends on genetics, man.
Well, not just
probably.
that. I mean, there's a component there of what's the word? Not repetition. Well, kind of repetition. Just being
routine.
Routine. Thank you. Yes, routine.
I know English better than you do.
Sometimes words just escape me. I'm crippled, man. Why are you making fun? Why are you laughing at a cripple? Fucking Germans.
I've laughed at you like 100 times now at least.
No, man. That was because I was crippled this time. No,
it's always because you're a cripple.
Shut up. Oh, damn. Take a shower.
No. We only reserve that for other, you know.
No, if you look at somebody like
wait,
you can't say that.
Germans don't shower.
He did.
No.
He did. No, look at somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who well into his 70s is still buff as shit.
Yeah.
It's a conditioning. It's you set this routine and you keep with it. Your body is just used to it. So Trump is just kind of used to it. That's why we talked about this at length the other day. Joe he's not. He's been sitting on his ass for the last 4 years.
I mean, really, he's been sitting on his ass for the last 40 years.
Well, true, but and I get what your point there. But he's also, I mean, he's done the campaign thing before.
Yeah, but how did that work out?
Well, at least in 2008 and 2012, pretty well. I mean, he didn't have to do much, but
yeah, exactly. He wasn't much on the campaign trail, was he?
Oh no, they still send the vice president out. He doesn't.
Yeah, but
they don't cover it.
I'm not saying he wasn't at all. I'm just saying he wasn't much.
They do a lot more than you might think.
Yeah. Okay.
But it just doesn't get the coverage that the president does because nobody cares what the fucking vice president says.
Obviously.
Yeah, he's just out of practice and out of shape. And
unless it's Mike Pence and he wants to electrocute the gays.
No, Badgerman. I work 16-hour days, 4 days a week, 12 hours, 1 day a week. Even on my days off, I only sleep 4 hours. I usually only sleep 2 to 3 on my work days. Yeah, your body just gets used to that shit. And Trump is still used to it because he's up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning to check the markets and go yell at people because he can't. You're fired. Oh damn, guys!
Speaking of, can I just? Have you seen the Dave Chappelle video that Netflix put up?
Oh, I watched
the beginning of his new special.
I watched about 2/3 of it. I still have to watch the end of it. I
Okay.
fucking love
Well,
it.
he
It
was
great.
when he was doing the impression.
Yes.
It's like you have to guess who I'm doing an impression of, and then
Yep.
he's like, "Duh, I'm gonna dig up something from your past. Doesn't matter how long ago. It could be 5, 10, 15 years ago, and I'm gonna get you fired over it." Who did I do an impression of? Everyone's like, "Trump, Trump, Trump," and he's like, "No, you."
It's like, you motherfuckers. Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it was so good.
No, he did a lot of stuff in there, and there's people are pissed off.
I still have to watch it. Don't, please, no spoilers. I saw that one on Twitter because Netflix posted it, but like, please, no spoilers.
No, that he does great stuff. Yeah, the trans community's mad at him again.
Obviously, that's never gonna end.
He's still making jokes.
Yeah, exactly, and they can't take jokes. It's like I've yesterday I've come up with, I think, a very fitting analogy. You guys know the Stanford prison experiment?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think like these leftists generally, they actively work to become the Stanford prison guards for all of society. Like, they can't take a joke, and if you do make a joke about them, they want to punish you, and they want to punish you hard. They want to be the authority. They want to, they want to be the gatekeepers, and they want to get you like down on your knees that you're repenting, and then they will not accept your repenting.
Well, I mean, it's not so much that they're doing it to punish you; they're doing it for your own good.
Right.
No, that honestly, I don't think they think that they are doing this for your good. I think they're just like power hungry. They're just power hungry cunts.
Those are big words, and a lot of them have been forbidden. So, and you need to go give us some Hail Joe Bidens.
Nah, Joe Biden is too moderate. You gotta give us some Hail AOCs.
Yeah, and then whip yourself a few times and pray to Mother Hillary.
Oh, jeez.
All right, guys. With that, we've been going for 3 hours and 40 minutes. God damn. I'm gonna wrap this up because I am gonna do a game stream, for God's sakes.
You say that now, but
Shut up. I might lay down.
So, Monkey, what else you want to talk about?
No, I've had fun this one. This has been a good one. A lot of fun today. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for coming and listening to us for 3 hours, almost 4 hours. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And thank you so much for the donations, for the support for this channel. I love you guys. Thank you. I don't know what else to say other than seriously, thank you. Badger, anything you want to pimp out today?
Yeah. Hold on. I need to find the link. Dang it. I'm very well prepared, as you can tell. I have started a sports and esports news podcast called Faster, Higher, Stronger Badges. You can see on the screen. That's the new channel name. And I would appreciate if you guys either subscribe on YouTube, or it is also on Spotify, Stitcher, and iTunes. So if you want to follow or subscribe there, go do it. The episodes will be uploaded there pretty soon after I stream them on YouTube every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. And Jack, is there anything you'd like to shill out today?
I'm just going to throw my channel links in. Oh, and I'll be on Polydub's channel tonight, probably close to 11 for comic book curation.
All right, which brings us to you, Polly. What would you like to shill today?
Well, as Jack just said, there's the Stargazer, because she's always ahead of me. Well, there's my link in chat. Excuse me, twice. And yeah, sometime after 10 later on today, we will have comic book curation where Jack, Inquisitor, and myself will excuse me, Jesus, talk about everything related to comic books, including a whole crap load of stuff that's happening with Disney Plus and Mark Waid getting it right in the ass, as he deserves to. Well, not in the ass, he got a big fuck off from Marvel, which he's probably pretty upset about. So, whatever. So yeah, that should be fun. And then also over there on my channel is the new video that just came up yesterday, a number of hours ago, 17 hours ago, according to YouTube. And we had a lot of fun making it. I didn't have so much fun editing it together, but finally got it down and it's up. And one last thing, there is the link to for Zeusme's Teesprings or T Public store rather. Go check out her hot merch and hit her up on Twitter for commissions and all sorts of other fun stuff. She's a great artist and does all sorts of great fun stuff, including all the quick sketch otter avatars that I use. So by all means, check it out.
All righty, and let's see. Tonight we're going to be on my channel for Lords of the Night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Sometime in the near future, I'm going to be over here playing some kind of video game. I'm not sure what. Probably No Man's Sky some more. Sometime throughout the day, I'll be doing that. Here in about 40 minutes, don't forget to go check out P Dog Night with his I forget the name of his show. Somebody help me. Morning Night. Is that what it is? Go watch the black guy talk. He does a great show. Go check him out. And
he's in the chat. Click on the three dots.
And hopefully he'll be joining us tonight for Lords of the Night. So yeah, go check him out, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. And Badger, Jack, Polly, and Bear, who's no longer here, make sure you go watch Irate Alex. Because he does good stuff. He's got a great video up right now that made me want to punch my screen, but go watch it anyway. Everybody, have a great Wednesday. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
And now's where I just talk until the broadcast actually